Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Throwing strikes, being efficient with our pitches, making those routine plays, and having a great approach at the plate. So just keeping things simple and just building up that team chemistry as much as possible, I think, will help you win some games.
1-2. Swing and a miss as the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded to keep this a tie game.
This one is bounced back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Printer around third.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
To the left side and through for a base hit. The go-ahead run scores as Jensen delivers once again.
This one, the lightest of light hits. He gets an RBI single.
I think it's just a great experience, getting kids from all over the country to come in and play together.
Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Redemption time for the Hastings Sodbusters after dropping a pair to Fremont the last 2 days. The Nebraska Prospects are in town for a 2-day, 3-game series. It's a double-header night as the Busters turn to South Dakota State standout Jack Kruger to right the ship. All Kruger's done is go 3-0 with an ERA of 0.47 so far for Hastings. Hastings took 2 from the Prospects on June 1st and 2nd. They hope for similar results this weekend. I'm Steve Stein. We'll hear from Ryan Valenta shortly. But up next, it's a Sodbuster Spotlight as we get comments from Panama product Dino Morales. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
It is the Sodbuster Spotlight as we get a chance to hear from Dino Morales. He has really shined with the glove on this Hastings Sodbuster team. You come all the way from Panama, a York College guy. How does one come from Panama to be a student of the United States?
Well, first of all, good night, everybody. First of all, I come from Panama to here. I start playing summer league in Tennessee. That's when I got offered to go to JUCO and Conner State in Oklahoma, and then I come to Nebraska, York.
What's been the cultural difference coming all the way from Panama? Was it tough to adjust living in America?
Well, was it different when I come here? Because in the beginning, I don't know, nothing in English, and I have to learning. And then after that was kind of cool and was kind of better.
Talk about setting the foundation at Conner State. What was that like?
Well, my freshman year was really nice. I have a nice year, and I was a closer over there, and I go to World Series with them, and was a nice dream.
So you a pitcher there. Now at York, they don't have you pitch much, right?
Yeah, they don't give me in York that much time to pitch because I was hitting pretty good. So they need me more hitting than pitching. So I was hitting more.
360 hitter at York University. Were you okay not pitching, or would you still like to see yourself on the mound at times?
Yeah, I like to pitch for sure. I like it when I pitch. I feel that I have the whole control for the game. So that's why one point that I like to pitch for sure.
We're talking with Dino Morales. He's been pretty much an everyday third baseman. You played some shortstop, too. Where do you play at York College?
I played in York for a little bit short when they was struggling. Couple of homies, they got injury, so I have to go to short and try to help in the team. So that's what I start playing short now. I am feeling comfortable on it.
And boy, you've got a tremendous arm. Was that just natural? Did you work on it? I mean, you have got some velocity. Talk about the exercise it takes to get that kind of an arm.
Well, the only thing that I can say is God, because I always use combo play, and that's my arm all the time.
And it seems like you have a lot of confidence. You're always trying to go after that lead runner. Talking about the skills it takes and the confidence it takes to make those throws.
Well, I feel that I've been playing a lot of baseball, like with my national team with Panama. So I feel that now I am pretty old, like playing baseball. So I feel more comfortable with my arm. So I just take it time, and I know I got a good arm to just get it out.
Talking with Dino Morales, playing on that national team. Tell us a bit about that experience for Panama.
Well, I go my freshman year. I go with Panama when I was 15 years old. I go to World Series in Japan. Then I go to Korea with Panama too, with a national team, and I go to Venezuela too with a national team too.
You have been all over. What's been your favorite place outside of Panama?
I feel it's been in like Korea and Japan was really nice, and I feel like the culture for them is really nice. I like it.
In the United States, have you had any favorite places that you've enjoyed going? I mean, you guys got to go to the Black Hills as part of that last road trip. Have you seen quite a bit of America in your time at Connors State and now at York?
Well, I like pretty good, like Colorado when I go to World Series over there was pretty nice. It's a good experience. And like now I like here in Nebraska. It's pretty nice.
We're talking with Dino Morales. Tell us a bit about the studies. I mean, a guy who didn't know English coming to the States. How has that gone? What are you studying?
Well, I am studying now science, and I got use 4 more classes to finish, and I be done with school.
Studying science, what would you like to do with that degree?
Well, I like to be like a physical trainer or like a manager in the team.
So will that mean more education after the 4 years, or what's the plan?
Yeah, my plans right now pretty much is like after I finish here, the summer league, try to go finish my 4 classes, get my degree, and then in January try to play independent ball.
So the plan is still baseball after college at this point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, is there a lot of professional opportunities in Panama? Do you see yourself staying in the States for independent ball?
Well, I have a lot of opportunity before in Panama. I used when I was like minor, my dad have to want to take the decision. So now that I am old, like I try to get a chance to play professional again.
And the professional, that would be in the States or back home?
I mean, I got a chance to play back home, but like I will like to play here for sure.
Talk about the relationships you've built on this team. Guys from all over the world. A little bit about this Sodbusters experience.
It's pretty nice. It's my freshman year here in the Sodbusters, and it's like I like the team. It's like everybody's a family here. Everybody like we like all together every time, and I like the energy.
Did you hear some good things from the Juden boys since they're your college teammates?
Yeah, before I come here, they talked to me that I was a nice team and like we got a nice experience last year. Like you have to come, and well, I decided to come and I like it. It's pretty nice.
You've been solid on the mound. Are they going to give you some more mound opportunities as this season progresses?
Yeah, I hope so. I got more chance in the mound. I pretty like it. I will like be ready for it.
Dino Morales, he's been a standout third baseman for the Hastings Sodbusters. He is our Sodbuster Spotlight. I'm Steve Stein. Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood-bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
A pleasant good evening and welcome to Duncan Field in Hastings for the matchup between the Sodbusters and the Nebraska Prospects. I'm Steve Stein alongside Ryan Valenta. Another picture-perfect day as Hastings and Nebraska square off at a quick 3-game, 2-day series doubleheader. A couple of 7-inning contests tonight before they'll play a single 6:35 game tomorrow. And for the Sodbusters, it can go from good to bad in a hurry. That's baseball. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Ryan, a couple of tough games against Fremont over the last 2 days as they try to bounce back.
Yeah, if you've been joining us, you know the issue for the Busters just been a little bit not so much disciplined with the pitching prowess and the command for those pitchers. Too many walks, hit batsmen, and even some errors on the defense too. Very uncharacteristic for the Sodbusters team because they were so solid on defense. for the past few games, but this is the free passes, giving opponents too many opportunities themselves, when we've seen the Sodbusters in the rest of the week really get ahead early, keep their foot on the gas, keep their foot on the opponent's throats, and really just not give them an opportunity to come back. But when the Sodbusters fall behind, they have come back. It's just a little tough to do it every single time. And for a team that has been playing all week, and they are probably pretty worn out, but Danny Weiser, assistant coach, yesterday told us guys have done very well in helping take care of their bodies and make sure that they are well rested and ready to go, because it's still a contest. We still got 2 games today, another one tomorrow, and then Sodbusters don't even get a day off. Got to go to Fremont for 3 games next week. So we'll have to see the stamina for the guys. Have they really well rested themselves, and can they come and beat a Prospect team tonight, which has been a little bit on the struggle bus this season, per se.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup, sponsored by Quality First, and it's Drew Vega leading off and playing second base with the Sodbusters. He'll be followed by Josh Printer at shortstop. Ryan Jarvis is in the third hole today when playing left field. Dino Morales, our Sodbuster spotlight today, batting fourth, and the third baseman, Tyler Welch, DH. And then it's Jack Borgman at first base, batting sixth. Kyle Hiltbrandt in center field, getting his first start there. And batting seventh, Fred Bond, catcher, batting eighth. And it's Jackson Crane in right field and batting ninth. Jack Kruger, the ace of the staff, is on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters. As we will get you the prospects lineup very shortly, but we're going to take it down to the field, and we'll have the singing of our national anthem before today's game.
Eden Fish.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Duckett Field, the site of today's game between the Hastings Sodbusters and the Nebraska Prospects. Starting lineup for the Prospects looks like this. Ashton Graff Rowe leads off. He's the shortstop. Elliot Peterson catches and bats second. Corey Kozad, the DH, bats third. It's Bodie Waller at first base. Jacob Perrin, the center fielder. Drew Borner will play second base. Bryce Waller is in right field. Levi Martin is in left, and Gage Allen, the third baseman. Keenan Lentel will be on the mound for the Prospects. This game by the numbers, Hastings coming in 13-7, 9-3 at home. They're hitting .235 for the year. For the Hastings Sodbusters with a team ERA of 4.6. The Prospects coming in at 4-8, a team batting average of .251. And their team ERA at 4.27, so the numbers fairly similar. One advantage for the Prospects, they are 32 out of 39 in stolen bases in just 12 games, so they will light it up. If they are on, they are off with the pitch, so keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the Sodbusters, they come into this contest 26 out of 37 in stolen bases. Let's feature the starting pitcher. Oh my goodness, what a year for Jack Kruger, 3-0. 0.47 ERA, 3 appearances, 19 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 hits in his outing so far with 19 strikeouts and 9 walks, and he has been the shutdown guy, and hopefully that continues today as the Sodbusters trying to get off to a strong start. Walks have been an issue the last couple of days, and errors an issue yesterday as the two teams combined for 8, with the Sodbusters having 4 of those. Very uncharacteristic for that team. It's Steve Stein, it's Ryan Valenta. Hope you enjoy Sodbuster Baseball.
We'll see Jack Kruger looking to make his 4th consecutive quality start today. He's gone 6 innings and at least 6 innings in each of his 3 starts. He went 7 innings in his last start against Fremont and actually went the distance in that doubleheader last Saturday for game 1 of that. And got a week off, so Jack will have his first opportunity. Been a winning pitcher in every start so far, and you can't really say that he's had a bad outing, but by the numbers, his last outing was his worst when he gave up 4 hits and 1 run.
Get him
if
out
that
of
is the worst, if that is the worst outing you've done this season, then you know you are doing very well. He also cut down on the walks too. 4 walks each in his first 2 starts, but only 1 walk last time. So for a Sodbuster team that has struggled with the walk, we'll look to the South Dakota State product to keep the prospects off the board and snap this 2-game little skid here.
Fred Bond doing the catching today. It's Jack Borgman at first, Drew Vega at second, Josh Prenner the shortstop. Playing third is Dino Morales. The outfield left to right, Ryan Jarvis, Kyle Hiltbrand, and Jackson Crane. Good to see Crane back at the lineup, battling a little bit of wrist pain after he came off that 4-hit game on Wednesday. So Sodbusters get a guy who's hot back in the lineup, and hopefully they'll get the offense going here with a victory. Had only five hits in that 5-4 setback to Fremont last night. Jack Kruger atop the hill, and we are set for the opening pitch of tonight's contest, and it takes place right at 6 o'clock. Good schedule making here for this Hastings Sodbuster team as Ashton Graff Rowe comes to the plate and takes ball 1. Bounces it to the left side. Dino Morales has got it. He'll set. He'll throw. A perfect strike over to Borgman at first. 1 up, 1 down for the Nebraska prospects.
Excellent throw by Dino. We've seen him make just about every play sent to his way this season. No problem there for the first out.
Elliot Peterson will step to the batter's box now. Solid .324 average with a triple, a double. He's knocked in 5. He's scored 8 after an amazing junior college season at Southeast, leading his team to a 42-18 record. Takes high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Elliot Peterson for the Nebraska prospects. Peterson against Hastings does not have a hit. 0 for 6 combined in the 2 games against Hastings this year. Bounces this one to the right side. A high chopper. Drew Vega's got it. Throws to first. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Nice start here. 5-3 and 4-3, and it'll be Corey Kozad trying to salvage the inning for the Nebraska prospects.
And we expect to see a lot of ground balls today. Jack Kruger, not a fastball pitcher, he's a sinker ball pitcher, so that is going to induce a lot of contact on the ground, softly, hopefully, at some infielders. Also feature a sweeper and a changeup to put hitters away with 2 strikes.
And Kozad steps to the plate. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Corey Kozad. He's a Southeast Community College guy as well, out of Millard West. 296 for the summer, couple of doubles, 7 runs batted in, 4 runs scored. Pitch right there for a strike as the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. He did play in one of the games against Hastings earlier this year and went 0 for 4. Kruger working quickly, looking at catcher Fred Bond, the white and delivery, and that is at the letters for a strike. As Corey Kozad down to the count 1-2, trying to work a 1-2-3 inning. Jack Kruger in command here early as he winds and delivers. Off-speed pitch is fouled away as Kozad will get another opportunity. About as good as it gets here. 83 degrees, winds out of the north at 13, so blowing out to right center field. As Duncan Field a little more forgiving today with that 408 mark to straightaway center. 1-2 delivery. Just misses outside. And the first 2-ball count of the ball game for Jack Kruger against Corey Kozad. Kruger trying to set him down 1-2-3 here in the first. Jack back atop the hill. Black jerseys today for the Sodbusters. And pitch outside, so it goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Corey Kozad.
Good fastball velocity for Kruger so far. The middle to upper 80s, sitting around that 86 to 87 range on the heater so far.
Payoff pitch coming here. And it's right there for strike 3. Everybody knew that, even Corey Kozad, who puts his head down and heads to the Nebraska Prospects dugout. Really good start for Jack Kruger. 1, 2, 3 go the Prospects. Sodbusters coming up as you're listening to Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
At the bottom half of inning number 1, the Nebraska Prospects are going to put their faith in Keenan Lentel. He has some experience against the Hastings Sodbusters, as Lentel went 5 innings, took the loss, allowing 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. The Sodbusters won that day by a score of 7-3, as Lentel, he is out of Lincoln East, went to Southeast Community College, still weighing his options for his next stop. He's made 3 appearances overall, 0-1 in 10 innings, allowing 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. So all of the runs he's given up this year coming against the Hastings Sodbusters, as he gets the start today with the defense supporting him of Elliot Peterson at the catcher's spot, Bodie Waller at first base, Drew Borner at second, Gage Allen at third, shortstop Ashton Graff Rowe, and the outfield, Levi Martin, Jacob Perrin, and the right fielder is Bryce Waller. As we see Drew Vega step into the right-handed batter's box for the Hastings Sodbusters. How about the season Drew's having? 353, including 385 here at home. 6 runs batted in, 9 runs scored, 8 for 11 in stolen bases. In this homestand, he has been lighting it up. 9 out of 21, including 3 multi-hit games. First pitch to him, fouled away. No balls and a strike on Drew Vega. Vega, an Arkansas Tech guy. He's from Dardanelle, where he had a chance to play baseball and football for his father. And he showed his toughness this week a couple of times. Had a big collision with a field umpire. And also got hung up on the bases with somebody one time. And he also went diving in short center field and took a pretty good tumble, but no worse for the wear. 1-1 now on Vega as Lentel winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Tied him up on the inside fastball. 1-2 on Drew Vega. Leadoff man for the Hastings Sodbusters has become fixed in that spot in the batting order with his recent surge. As Lentel shakes his head yes, winds, and delivers. Little looper up the middle, and base hit. Drew Vega continues to keep on keeping on as he's aboard with nobody out here in the first.
That one looked like it was just going to hang up enough for the second baseman, Drew Borner, to snag it. Might have gotten a piece of the tip of his glove, but a leadoff base hit gives Drew 8 consecutive games with a base hit.
Josh Printer steps to the plate now, batting .233. He went 0 for 3 yesterday, but had a multi-hit game against the Nebraska Prospects in one of the meetings. Bounces this one, I should say lines it to the third baseman, hit it right on the button. He's out. Fortunately, Drew Vega beats it back, so good job there to stick out the glove for Gage Allen. And Josh Printer, who actually did have a hit and 2 RBIs yesterday, goes down with a loud out here in the first.
I know that goes down as an out, but got to keep your head up if you're Josh there. Hasn't been barreling up a lot of balls lately, and that one couldn't have hit it any harder, just unfortunately right at a defender.
Here comes Ryan Jarvis, batting in the 3-hole today for the Hastings Sodbusters. Taking on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Ryan Jarvis. As Jarvis 1 for 4 yesterday with a run batted in. 6 for 20 on this homestand. His batting average overall at .246, but he's .333 at Duncan Field this season. Hastings has hit it better at home. Throw over to first.
They got
fast move, and Vega is out. Wow. Great pickoff there as a tremendous throw, and Vega gunned. How about Keenan Lentel's move to first? And Sodbusters have lost some runners on the bases here in recent games, which is a concerning thing. So base is empty now, 2 outs. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Ryan Jarvis. It's a really good move over to first. Sodbusters are hitting it better at home than they are on the road, which may not sound totally logical with this being a tough hitter's park. You put a fly ball in this field, and it's generally going to be caught, 1 and 2. The Sodbusters did see their home batting average drop to .251. They're hitting .214 on the road this year. 1-2 pitch on the way. Bounces in there, good stop. Goes to 2-2 on Ryan Jarvis, one of the 2 guys from Saginaw Valley State. Scott Galusha, our GM, likes to bring in more than one from the same school if they've never been here before. It kind of gives them a little more comfort. So that's why you got the 2 Saginaw Valley State Cardinals, and they're both pretty good contributors for this Sodbuster squad. The pitch misses for ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The other Cardinal is Nathan Massar. 0-0. The Sodbusters have the lone hit of the game. Both pitchers trying to get through the first by facing the minimum. 3-2 delivery on the way. Called strike 3. Jarvis was 3 steps down, but was rung up. Braxton Art, Daniel Roth, the umpiring crew today, will probably draw the ire of the home fans as the Sodbusters do send the minimum to the plate in the opening frame. 0-0 as we head to the second. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Pitchers dominate the first inning, which is almost comforting to see. Yesterday, it was such a struggle as we saw 365 pitches in the matchup. It only finished 5-4. You felt like maybe there's going to be a lot more runs scored than that when you see that kind of pitching numbers, but both pitching staffs doing a good job of getting out of tough situations and minimizing the damage. And you look at it, Sodbusters only scored in 2 innings, and Fremont only had 1 inning where they scored, all 5 of their runs coming as the Sodbusters mounted a late rally with 2 runs in the 8th but couldn't get it tied. Here, the pitchers were pretty well in control. Just 1 base hit between the 2 teams and only 11 pitches thrown for each pitcher. Bodie Waller steps in the left-handed box as the right-handed pitcher Jack Kruger takes the hill. And first pitch swinging, this will be foul on the first base side. No balls and 1 strike on Bodie Waller. Waller, a Hutchinson Community College guy. And now on to Mountain Marty. He's a returnee and off to a 200 start, 3 out of 15 with a couple of runs scored. He's 0 for 4 against Hastings this year. Swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. Quickly 2 strikes on Bodie Waller. The Waller brothers have a famous relative. It's Ryan Valenta, and they are both in the lineup today. 0-2 pitch.
How's it going, second cousins? Good to see you all. If you got family watching back home, I don't know who to cheer for here. Sodbuster, well, I guess there's no cheering in the booth, so we're not cheering for anybody. We are calling the facts exactly how we see it. But hello, Wallers. Good to see you.
1 ball and 2 strikes, and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Vega able to handle that one, throws to first in time. 4-3 on the putout. As a good start here for Jack Kruger. Well, you can look at it 2 ways. Yeah, you got family, but you're getting paid by the Sodbusters. So it's, again, it's a
moral dilemma.
Which is your priority? So.
And going back to that last play too, the ground ball looked like it kicked off the mound a little bit. It skipped a little bit to the right, and that makes Drew Vega have to go a little less far over, and might have maybe influenced the outcome of that play.
Jacob Perrin up and swinging and missing for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Jacob Perrin, Southeast Community College guy, Bellevue East grad, hitting .316 for the Prospects. 4 runs batted in, 4 runs scored. He's played in both of the games against the Sodbusters and a combined 1 for 4. Had a run scored in the first matchup. That was a victory by Hastings 7-3. Then they took a 3-2 victory the second game of that Smitty 2-game series on June 2nd. Jack Kruger winds and delivers. Curveball stays inside. 2 balls and a strike on Jacob Perrin with 1 out, nobody on in the second inning. No score. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. Bounces atop the Prospects dugout and off to the side. And it goes to 2-2 on Jacob Perrin. Kruger's ready to go. Got a nice rhythm going. Atop the hill already. Gets the side from Fred Braun and brings it home. Outside, 3-2. Second 3-ball count here in the first 2 innings for Jack Kruger. Was able to get a punch out in this situation last inning. Kruger's 3-2 offering. Beauty. Swung on and missed as Jacob Perrin could not make contact on the hook. Second strikeout for Kruger. 2 outs here in the second.
That's just excellent confidence and execution by Kruger there. Going to the hook 3-2. A lot of the times you're going to be getting the heater there, but that one a little bit out of the zone too. They'll start right in the zone and swing and a miss there. Excellent, excellent pitch and location to get the chase.
Here's Drew Borner with 2 outs, nobody on, and he takes outside for ball 1 on the fastball. 1-0 the count, and Borner 0 for 5 against Hastings this year. He's .261 for the season, does have a homer and a double. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike as far as the college for Borner. Drew went to Southeast Community College. He's headed to Omaha next. He's a Millard West grad. Millard West, one of the Metro Powers. Off-speed pitch, beauty, as Borner waves and misses at that. And Jack Kruger 1 strike away from working a second straight 1-2-3 inning here at Duncan Field. Bouncing ball, foul. Felt off a really tough pitch on the inside part, and it remains 1-2 on Borner. Come to you from Duncan Field, where it's 370 down the left field line, 367 to right, 405 to the alleys, and 408 to straightaway center. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. So backward Ks to end each of the first 2 innings, and Jack is perfect through 2, 0-0 as we bring you Sodbuster Baseball. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Pitchers doing pretty well here the first inning and a half as they have faced the minimum. Sodbusters with the only hit, but that guy was erased being picked off. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 up. Morales, Welch, and Borgman against Keenan Lentel. Lentel gave up that leadoff single, then picked off Drew Vega. Josh Printer, a line shot. He had the hardest hit ball of the day, And then Ryan Jarvis down on strikes, and here's Dino Morales. And if you get a chance, go and listen to the Sodcast or rewatch this YouTube broadcast. Hear the interview with Dino Morales. What a fun story for that young man. I would like to have been a mouse in his pocket riding all the places he's gotten to go. Man, he's traveled the world already at a young age and takes ball one. 1 ball and no strikes on Dino Morales. Has been a nice contributor. 263, a home run, 3 doubles, 9 runs batted in, 10 runs scored. Guy who was a part of the national team in Panama as a youngster, as a teenager, I should say, and he takes the pitch for a strike. And Dino got a chance to go to Japan, Korea, Venezuela, came to the United States during a summer camp and got looks and ended up signing with Connors State. Got to go to the College World Series, the junior college level at Connors, and now on to York University, and he takes ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Dino Morales. All the places he has been already. Pitch from Lentel. Misses, 3-1. Dino trying to work his way aboard. Dino Morales in this homestand, 3 out of 18 against the Nebraska Prospects. He played in the first game of the 2-game series, went 1 for 4 with a run scored, didn't play in the second meeting. That was a 3-2 win. Here comes Lentel's 3-1 delivery, and hit high in the air, left field. And over to make the catch will be Levi Martin. When it came off the bat, thought it was going to be a little more line drive and maybe more of a problem, but Martin, little trouble getting to that one, and there's 1 out here in the second.
Past few days, we've seen fly balls absolutely get eaten up in the wind. Not really too much wind here, and if anything, it's almost blowing out from left to right center. So see if that has any effect on fly balls today.
Here's Tyler Welch in the DH spot today for the Hastings Sodbusters. First pitch to him is over but low for ball 1. 1-0 on Tyler Welch. Welch doing really well this year as he comes in at .312, but he has an on-base percentage of .560. Been hit by a few pitches, draws a lot of walks, and so that's why he's in the lineup here today, and he bounces this one foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tremendous eye for this guy. Has been a good utility player. He can play some third base, does the DHing, and has turned into a reliable reliever to kind of help out that bullpen. Tyler Welch, Arizona guy, playing at Hastings College. 1-1 on Tyler, and the delivery. Bouncing ball foul. 1-2. Both pitchers seemingly in control at this point. We've seen a couple of 3-ball counts from Lentel, 2 3-ball counts for Jack Kruger, but not much offense here through the first couple of innings. What has been good pitching and rock-solid defense here at Duncan Field. Here's the pitch from Lentel. The curveball is in the dirt. 2-2 on Tyler Welch. Welch, a returnee from last year when he hit .250. In the spring, .260 for the Hastings Broncos. His head coach, Joel Skipper, coaches this Sodbuster team down at third. Corey Caranda, first base coach. Pitch misses for ball 3. And a big salute to the Sodbuster broadcast debut of Danny Weiser, other assistant coach, and he was tremendous handling all of the comments, all the questions after last night's tough 5-4 defeat at the hands of Fremont. 3-2 delivery. Low for ball 4, and that's why Tyler Welch is in the lineup. Works the count, finds a way, and he's aboard again.
Definitely one thing I think that he's improved on from last season. Did struggle with the strikeout a little bit, but getting into counts, fouling off 2-strike pitches, making the pitcher trying to get him out with a few more pitches than they would like, and ultimately works the walk here.
Jack Borgman at the plate now, as he has been in and out of the lineup during this homestand, trying to rediscover what was a tremendous start for Jack. Takes the first pitch at the knees for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Jack Borgman. A batting average of 176. He's still hitting better at home here at .310 for the year. 3 doubles, 6 runs batted in, 6 runs scored for the Northeast Community College Hawk. Borgman playing in his hometown. He's a Norfolk guy. Lentel brings the pitch, and that's over for strike 2. 2 really good pitches for Lentel, and it always seems like that's the case, too, when you're struggling anyway. Got a guy painting the line and painting the bottom of the zone, and now Borgman really going to have to battle. And if you're Tyler Welsh, don't sleep over there. Lentel, a really good move to pick off Drew Vega last inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. Taken for ball one. Good eye there for Jack. Laying off that breaking ball, which left the zone. 0-0 second inning. Both pitchers trying to get through 2 innings without any runs across. 1-2 pitch. That just misses the inside corner, and it's 2-2 on Jack Borgman. Prospects coming in, they have a variety of uni combos. They're going with the blue jerseys today, red numbers trimmed in white. Sodbusters in the blacks. They are 3-3 in the black jerseys this summer. Throw over to first. Welch not far off, but has to dive back in. 2-2 with 1 out and 1 on. Sodbusters have base runners each of the first 2 innings. The Prospects have yet to have anybody on against Jack Kruger. Called strike 3 as Borgman could not pull the trigger on that borderliner. That was called for a strike, and the second strikeout for Keenan Lentel. That will bring to the plate Kyle Hiltbrand.
And Lentel really went to all sides of the strike zone and probably doesn't make a hitter too happy. So you're giving him one side, both sides. It's just so tough for some hitters.
And that's the same pitch right on the inside corner for strike 1, as that looked to be almost the same location as Hiltbrand asked a quick question to the home plate umpire. No balls and a strike on Hiltbrand with 1 on and 2 outs here in the second inning of a scoreless tie. Hiltbrand joining a team this week. Glad to have Kyle in town. Pitch is taken a little bit low for a ball. Was on the Western Oregon team this past year. He's a Californian. Be interesting to see what his plans are for the fall at this point. 1-1 delivery. Bouncing ball, foul, 1-2, and now Lentel is a strike away from getting out of this second inning with little difficulty. Had the 1-out walk to Welsh. Welsh has not been going anywhere, and likely won't at this point. 1-2 with 2 outs. Lentel turns and throws over. Now throws it away. Welsh up. He's going to get a chance to go to second. So we saw the really good move from Lentel, but this time he threw it low and in the dirt. And the first baseman, Bodie Waller, could not keep it in front. And Hiltbrand will have a chance at an RBI now with Welsh in scoring position.
Well, I guess you could call that a situation of speed kills there. Yeah, you can gun it over there fast, but if you can't make the accurate throw, that one is sailing way down the line. And Welsh not the fastest of runners, but some runners here at Duncan Field will get third base on that overthrow.
1-2 delivery, and Hiltbrand pops it up, foul and out of play. And looking back on it, it's probably going to be a situation where Lentel, yeah, you want to throw over sometimes, but Welsh was only about 3 steps off, and so very easily could have saved that throw over anyway. And now you've given Hastings the opportunity at a gift here if Kyle Hiltbrand could bloop one to the outfield. 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball, and Hiltbrand lays off it, 2-2. Really good take for Kyle Hiltbrand. Played with the Sodbusters last year, hit .284, had a triple, a couple of doubles, 14 runs batted in, and 18 runs scored. He also had 4 stolen bases in 27 games for Hastings. Good to have these guys coming back and wanting to play here on the Plains. 2-2 pitch. Just misses 3-2. Kind of held your breath on that outside off speeder. Hiltbrand has worked it full. They've at least worked the pitch count a little bit here in inning number 2 as Lentel up to 33 pitches thrown. 7-inning game, so you want to jump on top. Not as many chances. 3-2 and 2 outs for Kyle Hiltbrand, and the pitch. Ball 4. Good take for Hiltbrand, and 2 walks in the inning, and now Fred Bond a chance to bring home a run or 2 for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Just again, another example of the Sodbusters working the counts, even with 2 strikes. Fouling off the good pitches and taking the ones that are just off the plates. And like you said, Steve, 7-inning game, not many opportunities. Got to take advantage while you can.
Fred Bond gets his opportunity here. 176 on the year. Does have a triple. 7 runs batted in and 4 runs scored for the Hastings backstop. Pitch low for a ball. 1-0 on Fred Bond. As Bond against this Prospects team, he went 1 for 2 in the first game of the series. He knocked in a run against them and scored 1. And then in game 2, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowing a run on 2 hits with a strikeout. That's his only pitching appearance of the year. As Joel Skipper, I've heard Scott talk about it before, if you say you want to pitch, you're probably going to be given the opportunity at some point during summer ball, because there's going to be a day, okay, well, I can't use this guy because of pitch count, don't want to use this guy in this situation, and so you're up sometimes, which is kind of fun. First and second, 2 outs. Big chance here for the Sodbusters. And Bond grounds this one to the left side. The third baseman's got it, however. Throws to first, wide. Everybody's going to be safe as he pulled him off. Safe at second. It looked to be a moderately routine player. Gage Allen could have just gone over and touched the bag. Instead, he threw wildly, and the second baseman, Drew Borner, came off the bag, and they are going to try to get help from the home plate umpire. But it certainly appeared that the throw pulled him off.
That was going to be my first question. Is you can literally just go over and touch third base, and the inning is over. Said you risk making a bad throw. Borner was a little late getting over to second. He probably thought that either Allen at third base is going to touch it or throw to first, so didn't really do himself any favors there. But Borner going to get an explanation from the field umpire. My naked eye, it looked like it did pull him off the bag, but only one way to know is we're up here and they're down there.
And not only just touching the bag, but he had the base runner between him and second, could have just made the tag and been done with the inning. So the Sodbusters given a gift. Can they take advantage? Here's Jackson Crane taking strike 1. No balls and a strike. Just the guy you want in this situation if he can continue the magic. Wednesday, all he did against the Plainsmen was go 4 for 5, a double, 3 runs batted in, and a run scored. That was on the heels of his walk-off winner the day before. So let's see if Jackson Crane can remain hot after a couple of off days with a wrist issue. Swings and misses here and is going to have to battle. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Sodbusters certainly with the best chance in this one to this point. And Keenan Lentel has gone to the wind here to try to finish things off. Lentel delivers. Bouncing ball foul. Really good job there for Jackson Crane to spoil that one and make him throw another pitch. As the pitch count's mounting a bit, Lentel has not gotten through the second and 38 pitches thrown. He's atop the hill. Peterson with the sign. Here's the pitch to Jackson Crane. Called strike 3, and that certainly was a good call right there, as Crane could not pull the trigger, and after all of that, no damage done. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 3 men left. We head to inning number 3. No score. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. The Hastings Sodbusters were gifted 2 walks and 2 errors in that second, but could not get anything across, so we are scoreless through 2, and we head to the third and turn things over to Ryan Valenta.
Thank you, Steve. Let's see another good inning out of Jack Kruger here, mowing the prospects down in order for the first 2 innings with 3 strikeouts, and with that aforementioned sinker ball that he uses, the other 3 outs have come on the grounds. Prospects have not put anything into the air as of yet. Appreciate you joining us on your Saturday evening. And if you don't have enough of this first game, lucky for you, we've got another one coming up after this as Bryce Waller takes strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Game 2 will begin roughly 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of this 7-inning contest. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Kruger with the sweeper, getting some swings and misses here. Bryce Waller, as he played in 1 game versus Hastings earlier in the season, but he was 0 for 4. Line shot into left field. Ryan Jarvis, he makes the catch. A little bit of a dive there, no problem for Ryan Jarvis, the Saginaw Valley State product, for the first out.
Gotta love that. And the sun conditions aren't too bad. Enough clouds in the west that you're not have to battling the sun, but that was a sinking liner and certainly taking away a single. And not only that, if Jarvis misses it, it goes for a ways, and you may see Waller all the way over at third.
Jack Kruger points his glove in appreciation of his left fielder. I think maybe also the other factor was that he thought it was going to get down in front of him, so didn't want to try and dive for it, and then realized that's hanging up enough. I am going to get it. And he does for the first outs. Levi Martin bats. The prospect left fielder takes inside for ball 2. Levi Martin, he is 0 for 2 against the Sodbusters this year at the plate. Another ball to left field, a little bit easier this time for Ryan Jarvis, who gallops back and puts it away for the second out of the inning.
Jarvis very fluid out in left field, and really wherever he's played defensively, he's looked good, mainly left field and first base in his defensive position so far for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Now we get to the last of the inning. And the lineup for the Nebraska prospects, Gage Allen. Allen, a Rockhurst University product. The Hawks went 27-24 in their spring season. The 0-1 pitch to him is outside. Again, Kruger still sitting in that middle to upper 80s range with that fastball, and his breaking ball just about 10 miles an hour slower. A good differentiation between those 2 pitches. 1-1, waved and missed. Looked like the changeup there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allen just 1 for 5 against the Sodbusters in a couple of games this year, way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Healthy amount of bodies in the Duncan Field stands today on this excellent but a little sticky Saturday evening. Not close for ball 3. Even though it's only about in the middle 80s, down on the field, that turf on the infield Duncan turf probably adds a few degrees for the guys. 3-2. Up high for ball 4, and there's the first prospect base runner. It's a 2-out walk to Gage Allen.
Should be any kind of panic for Jack Kruger. He's been pretty well in command, and the first guy to reach base for the prospects will turn the order over here for Nebraska.
Ashton Graff Rowe bats back to the top of the lineup. He grounded out to Dino Morales at third to lead off the game. High and tight breaking ball called for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Prospects still without a hit through their first time through the lineup. Jack Kruger had set down 8 in a row before the 2-out walk. Down low, blocked by Fred Bond. Keeps it in front for a 1 ball. 1 strike count. Again, with just a few days left in the Independence League season, the Casper Spuds have already locked up the Independence League first half title. That sweeper finds the top of the zone for strike 2, and that is 2 called strikes at the top of the zone against Graff Rowe. The shortstop today did not see playing time. Don't believe he was here for the last series with the Sodbusters. 1-2, swing and a miss down low. Fred Bond applies the tag, and another strikeout for Jack Kruger, his 4th of the afternoon, and he will just face 1 over the minimum in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left for the Prospects. Scoreless game after 2.5.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood-bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Sodbusters trying to get something going against the Prospect starter, Keenan Lentel. Lentel has been very good in the 1st inning, did see a little bit of trouble in the 2nd inning where he loaded the bases with 2 outs, but the Sodbusters could not get across the game's first run, and it will be the top of the order to start off the 3rd inning. Drew Vega, Josh Printer, and Ryan Jarvis. Drew Vega with the leadoff single in the 1st inning to start the game. Extended his hit streak to 8 games and got his 10th hit of this homestand. That goes all the way back to Fremont back last Saturday. Well, it's been a week and a lot of baseball here at Duncan Field. Down low for ball 2, squirts away from the catcher Elliot Peterson. Drew Vega's gone now 10 for 22 in this homestand, creeping near that 500 range. Vega, Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy, hoping to see some playing time in the spring season, and if he keeps up this summer, Ark Tech better give him some playing time. Take strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Lentel into the 3rd inning now, just over 40 pitches. Brings home the 2-1. Ground ball to the left side. That's snagged by the shortstop, Graff Rowe. The long throw over will not be in time. An infield single for Drew Vega. He is 2 for 2 and red hot at the plate.
The rest of the Sodbusters over, and Vega keeps it rolling here. Sodbusters had their leadoff man aboard, Drew Vega, for the 2nd time in 3 innings.
Josh Printer bats. He hit the ball hard his first time up, but was left unrewarded with a line out to 3rd base. Like I mentioned earlier, good to see Josh get a barrel on it. He has struck out a lot or had a lot of soft contact recently. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1.
There was a good sign yesterday. They had 2 line drive, deep fly balls to left, and then he was able to get that single to bring home 2 to help the Sodbusters get back to within 1 in that 5-4 loss.
Could have been yesterday was that turning point. See what Josh can do at the plate today. Vega's on the move, but Printer fouls it off. If you recall yesterday, Printer's big 2 RBI single in the 8th inning got it within 1 run. A game that the Sodbusters did not have much business in winning yesterday after allowing a plethora of free passes and runs. But they were just one little hit away. That is what assistant coach Danny Weiser told us yesterday. Just 1 pitch, 1 out away in those couple of losses to Fremont. Printer now with a 1-2 count as he takes ball one. Printer played his spring ball at Houston College last spring. He has exhausted his Division I eligibility, but still looking to find one more spring of baseball somewhere else. 1-2. Lentel taking a long look over because Vega's running, but Printer will send it in foul territory. Will it stay in the yard? It will, and it is caught by the first baseman, Bodie Waller, just right beneath the net and the fence.
Really unfortunate that Printer swung at both of those pitches with Vega running. I think Vega had a good enough jump to be in scoring position, but he'll have to retreat to first, and we may see him take off again before it's all said and done as Jarvis steps in.
Ryan Jarvis struck out looking on a pitch, according to us. Our technology was outside of the zone in the first inning. He lines it up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Vega hits the bag. He stutter steps, and he will go back to second. Not sure if that was a bluff or he just tripped or what, but Drew Vega's in at second after thinking about taking the extra base.
Vega's got confidence in his speed, which is good sometimes, but he would have been dead meat, and it's probably fortunate they didn't throw behind him as he had put on the brakes. They had an excellent chance to throw to the second baseman and maybe could have got him in a pickle. But now Hastings, see if they can get the big hit here and get runs home.
So now it's Dino Morales. 3 for 19 on this homestand, and he serves one softly into center, falling fast, but it is caught by the center fielder, Jacob Perrin, for out number 2.
Good hustle in for Perrin, who's playing fairly shallow, and now Hastings is going to have to come up with a 2-out hit to keep it going with Tyler Welsh.
Tyler Welsh worked a walk where he saw more pitches than probably the starter Keenan Lentel would have liked to throw him, and ended up getting the free pass. So Welsh with the walk, still no official at-bats. Drew Vega at second, Ryan Jarvis at first. They both singled. That one off of Tyler Welsh's foot in the box. That one hurts. You don't see that too often. It looked like a ground ball, but that one off the left foot of Welsh.
Sodbusters still lamenting the fact he had Vega in motion twice with Printer up there. If he could have just gotten to second, that single from Jarvis brings him home easily, but now going to have to take that extra hit to get a run across.
Elliot Peterson has been the main guy behind the plate for the Prospects, and in 10 tries, he's only thrown out one runner this summer. And they'll check on Vega at second, who's not going anywhere. Tyler Welsh, Hastings College guy. Joel Skipper not playing with as many as his Broncos as he did last spring. 0-1 pitch into the turf, blocked by Peterson. 1 ball, 1 strike for Tyler Welsh.
And a lot of those Broncos joined late when some other guys had to go back to their colleges, so that was just kind of a nice luxury to have. You can have some of your dudes who are just getting ready to come into college for the fall to come in and get a few starts and eat up some innings there late in the year.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Welsh. Inside for ball 2, 2-1. If you recall at this point last season, a lot of guys had left for whatever reason that may have been. They were on a pitch count from their college head coaches. Just didn't work out here or whatever, but the lineup looked a lot different from the opening day roster or the opening day lineup to at this point last season as Welsh fouls it off. But this year, we're still seeing the same guys that we saw on the opening day, which is very nice to see. Only had one guy that's left the team with an injury, but of course nothing you can do about that. Sodbusters keeping them around this summer, and they have been rewarding the fans here at Duncan Field. Welsh 2-2. Vega's on the move, and again, with Vega stealing a foul ball. Tyler Welsh will stay alive, though.
Now, that could change. I know Scott Galush was talking about summer ball is adjusting its life. There's a lot of guys who just want to play half a season, and there are a few of those guys on this team that only wanted to play through the month of June, so we could see some of those guys exit and a new group coming in. It'll all just depend on how the numbers work out over the next week or so.
Another foul ball. And to that point there, you do have your coaches that say, yeah, I don't want you playing too much, risking injury or playing too much and for whatever other reason. But then again, the Sodbusters are winning. It's probably a lot of fun here. So I'd almost, if I was that person down there, call the coach, be like, man, we're having a lot of fun. We're winning. Are you sure I can't stay for the rest of the summer, coach? 2-2 to Welsh again. Waits on the breaking ball, serves it into left field, and it falls. Here comes Vega with a burst of speed, and he will score the first run of the ball game.
Tyler Welch, what a great at-bat. Not always the most fluid, but just kept fighting off pitches. And that was a really good pitch from Keenan Lentel. Welch just served it into left field, and the Sodbusters get a large 2-out hit to break through.
Lentel went with the breaking ball. Welsh waited long enough, hit it just soft enough. Out of the reach of the left fielder and shortstop. Drew Vega sprints home. Ryan Jarvis stops at second base. And now Jack Borgman with a chance to add on. Borgman got his first hit in over 2 weeks on this homestand. He fouls that off, and Joe Skipper can't make the play.
And that's not your typical coach effort at third. Usually that's, okay, if it's not within reach, but he almost like dove for it. Still a young man, Joel Skipper.
I gotta say, Joel Skipper is one guy who still loves this game and playing the game. He was taking ground balls from his assistant, Corey Coranda, before the game. That just proves that point there. Borgman takes down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Borgman with that hit. Asked him after the game, are you back? He said, I sure hope so. But Borgman hitless yesterday. And hitless today so far. Did not play yesterday, so the game prior to that. Takes an inside strike, and Borgman's been taking a lot of strikes. It doesn't look like he's been too fond of. But he's down to his last strike. 1-2 counts. RBI single by Tyler Welsh just a few moments ago to get the Sodbusters on the board 1-0. Lentel comes set at the belt and spikes the breaking ball for ball 2. That was pitch number 60 for Keenan Lentel, and still yet to get out of the third inning. 4 hits for the Sodbusters, 3 of them coming this inning, with Vega, Jarvis, and Welsh getting a base knock. Here comes that 2-2 again off the fists, and Borgman lucky to get a piece of it. So the 4 hits, all singles today. That's something that the Sodbusters haven't done specifically well. In the 7-game homestand, just 5 extra base hits in those 7 games, and all of them were doubles. There's a lot of soft contact singles for the Busters. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3 and the final out of the inning as Borgman goes down on strikes for the second straight time. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 left for the Busters. They hold a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. Tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris. Plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Sodbuster baseball back for the 4th inning. 3 complete. Sodbusters break through in the 3rd RBI single from Tyler Welsh as Hastings up 1-0. That's something they've been very good at this season, is scoring first, and they have done that in all but 3 games here at Duncan Field this season, and they continue that trend here as the sun comes out with a burst of rays here in the late going. 6:53 local time here, just approaching an hour of game time at Duncan Field in this 7-inning contest. 2 7-inning contests scheduled for today. We'll finish this one up, and we will be right back with game number 2 afterwards. If you're planning on sticking around for the second game, we do have a separate live stream that we have scheduled for later, so this stream will end, and you can find game 2 on a separate stream after this. First batter of the 4th inning is Elliot Peterson. Corey Kozad, Bodie Waller due up behind him. And he takes a quick strike from Jack Kruger. Kruger's been very good so far. No runs and no hits. He's only allowed 1 base runner in the first 10 batters he's faced. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Peterson grounded out to second base. And looks like he might have the same fate here. Vega charges, throws on the run, excellent play. Vega made it look easy, as he always does, for the first out.
Really good job for Drew to get there, so that way he could make it. If he doesn't quite get there, it's a tough hop, and was able to make it look very fluid to get the first out here in inning number 4.
Peterson 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts now, and Corey Kozad digs in. Kozad, the designated hitter, struck out looking. And Kruger drops in a sweeper on him for strike 1. Corey Kozad, Omaha native, played ball at Southeast Community College. And paints the sinker this time on the outside corner for strike 2. It's got to be so tough there. Get a front door breaking ball on you, and then an outside fastball absolutely dotted. See what he gets Kozad here. It's down low into the turf for ball 1. Kruger looking very good on the mound, as we mentioned in his starts. Last Saturday, he went the distance in a doubleheader for a 7-inning complete game. Inside for ball 2, just missed. Now with the sun fully and completely out, as you may know, can play some problems on the left side of the defense for both parties involved. Or you could just strike him out and not even give the fielders a chance to get it lost in the sun. 5th strikeout for Jack Kruger here with 2 outs now in the 4th.
Yeah, we saw Ryan Jarvis with that great play a couple of innings ago. It's a lot tougher right now if you got that similar type of ball coming off the bat.
Yeah, the sun was not out, and that last play for Ryan Jarvis, that was just back last inning. Bodie Waller bats and takes a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Waller grounded out to second base in his first at-bat to lead off the second. He's 0 for 1. Gets the call on the outside breaking ball there. Excellent play. The Wallers from Papillion South graduates. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kruger looking stoic on the mound and working quickly. Almost had a spooked Bodie in the box a little bit, but unfortunately it's a ball. Add injury to insult there, and if that was a strike. Here comes the pitch. Lined softly into center. Kyle Hiltbrand measures it up, puts it away for out number 3. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Jack Kruger, who has only allowed 1 base runner through the first 4 innings. Nothing doing. We'll be back with the Busters trying to add more here in the 4th.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at coursecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook. Welcome back. Duncan Field. 1-0 ball game. Busters on top. 4 hits for Hastings. Nothing yet for the prospects, as Jack Kruger has been excellent, as he has all season so far. Again, we mentioned his worst outing was last outing against Fremont, where he allowed 4 hits and an unearned run. But he is showing off his right arm today. Let's give him a couple more runs, shall we? We'll see what Kyle Hiltbrand, Fred Bond, and Jackson Crane can do here in this bottom of the 4th inning against Keenan Lentel. Hiltbrand swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Again, Hiltbrand, one of the returners for the Sodbusters, and parents of the Hiltbrands. Excellent people, watched our broadcasts. He grounds that out to second baseman Drew Borner, who throws on to first for the first out. Again, Hiltbrand surprising Steve and myself with some custom woodwork with the Sodbuster branding on it. Oh, Hiltbrands, they've got a little place in our hearts.
And we were urged to use those. I'm not going to cut meat on this thing. Are you kidding me? It's a work of art.
It's better to look at than it is to cut meat on. You know, one day, I promise we'll use it for its intended purpose, but very excellent gesture, and we were really, really humbled by that. So Hiltbrand grounds out. Fred Bond bats. He fouls off the first pitch. Fred reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. 0 for 1. Out of play to the right side. Fred down 0-2. Fred Bond, Arizona guy from Chandler, Scottsdale Community College. They're the Artichokes, right?
Yes.
Scottsdale Community College Artichokes.
Why wouldn't they be?
I want to see what their cafeteria is like. They probably got a specific artichoke dishes in the student cafe every day.
It's just a unique mascot, number one of the Artichokes. But if you're not playing well, are you the Chokers? I mean, it's just I don't know. I just don't know if that's. I don't know if I want to be a choker.
You could say as a chant, you could start chanting Artichokers.
Yeah.
Oh man, 1-2 pitch to Fred Bond, takes down low, and I want to highlight Fred. He's been an excellent guy behind the plates. Does very well keeping pitches that are traditionally not catchable, but keeps them close to him. It's a 2-2 pitch now from Keenan Lentel. And Bond goes down swinging, and Peterson will have to throw down to complete the strikeout. He does for the second out.
Just wish he could find a way to translate that to a little bit of offense, but a tough homestand for him. He's now 0 for 13 during this week of baseball so far.
Well, here's a guy who's had a lot more success at the plate, Jackson Crane. Crane getting the start in right field today. We traditionally see him in left field, but Ryan Jarvis out there today. He takes a strike at the knees for strike 1. Keenan Lentel just threw his 71st pitch in this bottom of the 4th inning. Jackson Crane 0 for 1 today, but came into today's contest 6 for 10 in the 7-game homestand. Another strike at the knees for strike 2. Drew Vega had a leadoff hit in the first inning, so technically Lentel has had a 1-2-3 set him down in order inning, and he just misses outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson Crane, one of the Arkansas Tech guys from Russellville, Arkansas, another one that redshirted this spring and did not see playing time. Breaking ball, waited on, hit pretty well, but fielded by Graf Rowe at short, and he throws on to first. Sodbusters go down in order. on 2 groundouts and a strikeout in the 4th inning. 4 completes, 1-0 still. We'll be right back.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner, a friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
5th inning. Duncan Field, we've still got a 1-0 ball game. Both teams held scoreless in the 4th inning. Prospects coming back up. They're going to have the middle of their lineup due up 5, 6, and 7 against Jack Kruger. Can't say enough good things about Jack just on his season and specifically this outing. It's 1 base runner in 4 innings so far, and that came as a walk in the 3rd inning. Jacob Perrin, Drew Borner, and Bryce Waller will take aim at Kruger. South Dakota State products getting to play ball with a couple of other his South Dakota State friends. As that one misses, appeared to be maybe just a tear high to Jacob Perrin. He struck out in his first at-bat. He's just 1 for 5 against the Sodbusters this year. And the breaking ball finds the zone on the inside corner, and Perrin spins away and disdain with the call. Fastball that tried to paint a corner and appeared to be just a bit outside this time. Both of these pitchers, Kruger and Lentel, have been very much around the zone in just about everything so far. Changeup. Swung on and missed that time for Perrin. The right-on-right changeup. If you have a good changeup, that is one of the hardest pitches to hit. Went with it again and just missed inside that time. Now the count is full. Think of Trevor Hoffman. Excellent right-handed pitcher with the changeup in the major leagues. In the Hall of Fame. 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. Kruger not missing by much on all 4 of those. But Jacob Perrin works a leadoff walk, second base runner, and second walk of the game for Jack Kruger, excuse me.
Haven't had a chance to see the prospects really have an opportunity to get their run game going, but they are a tremendously aggressive team. 32 stolen bases in their first 12 games. So we'll see if they try to put a runner in motion and get something going against Kruger, even though he hasn't given up a hit yet.
So now the batter is Drew Borner. He struck out in his first at-bat. Shows bunts and misses. They're going to back pick to first. It is just late. Bond not able to get too much juice on that throw. If he does, Perrin would definitely be out. Said it's just 1-0 balls and no strikes. Fred Bond has double the innings of any other catcher on the Sodbuster team, and he's only caught 2 runners in 33 tries this season. Ground ball, and you don't have to catch a runner if, oh man, it's thrown into center field. Spoke too soon. Dino Morales throws wildly into right field, and all hands are safe.
Unfortunate there. And I think Dino just double clutched a little bit. He was waiting for Vega to get there and just never got in rhythm. The ball got to him so quickly, and Vega had a long way to get there. And so unfortunate for the Sodbusters. Maybe could have been 2, and now here's a big opportunity for the prospects with first and second and nobody out.
Well, error charge to Morales. First error for the Sodbusters tonight. And instead of what could have been a double play. For 2 outs and bases empty, it's first and second, nobody out. Bryce Waller bats. He lined out sharply to left field in his first at-bat. Something soft away and misses the strike zone for ball 2. Bryce Waller came into the game against the Sodbusters specifically 0 for 4. He's now 0 for 5. But batting .200 on the season, 5 for 20. Soft ground ball and foul, and correction, that make that 4 for 20. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jacob Perrin led off the inning with a well-earned walk, which we saw Jack Kruger over the mound, or over the plate rather, just couldn't get the calls on any of those. And Borner just reaching on the error. Ground ball to the right side and past a diving Borgman. And they will hold the runner at third as Crane gets up to it. Throw comes through. And there's the first hit of the game for the Prospects. It loads the bases with nobody out.
Kruger so dominant through the first 4 and hasn't pitched terribly this inning. That error looming larger and larger, and now can he find a way to get out of this with minimal damage?
Levi Martin will be the man trying to break open this game and perhaps tie it or give the Prospects a lead. But first, a visit to the mound for Joel Skipper. Nobody throwing yet in the Sodbuster bullpen, and then again, the pitch count for Jack Kruger, not too elevated by any means. He does have 67, but he is no stranger to throwing. Plenty of pitches in his starts.
Yeah, it's just a matter of trying to get that next guy out. Like I say, you feel like Kruger's still semi in command. It's not like the Prospects have been pounding the ball. Ball that could have been turned into a double play. You had the leadoff walk, and that one just bounced right between the first baseman and the second baseman for the Hastings Sodbusters, Jack Borgman, Andrew Vega.
And Borgman was kind of playing in, maybe expecting a bunt from Bryce Waller, so perhaps if he's playing at normal position and they get the out there. Corners come in with the bases loaded, and again, Levi Martin bats. He's the beer batter. Sodbusters pitchers were not able to strike out the beer batter in 5 opportunities last night, but have done pretty well so far this season at getting them at least one time. Bases full, 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The sweeper just dives off the table, and Martin comes up empty. He flew out to Ryan Jarvis in left field. His first time up, he's 0 for 1. Again, not the greatest average for the Prospects, but then again, better than some teams in the Independence League. Painted sinker on the outside corner for strike 2. Prospects hitting .251, 101 hits coming into the contest in 12 games. But they only have 4 wins out of those 12 games. 1-2 pitch. Kruger's got options. What does he decide? This lays off. They appeal out and no swing. Good call there. Levi Martin lays off. So now a 2-2 count. Still got something to work with here. Kruger has his sign and brings it. Fouled off. Went with the sweeper, and Levi Martin spoils it.
Great job for Martin because it looked like it was by him. Got the bat out just at the last moment to get a piece of it.
So Martin fighting tough. Trying to reward his efforts with the hits. Kruger with another. Down low for ball 3. So now it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out and no place to put the batter, Levi Martin. Payoff. Ground ball to Borgman. Steps, no, he doesn't. He throws home, and it gets away from Fred Bond, and 2 runs will score. Everybody also moving up, and all hands are safe. Borgman did not step on the base at first. He tried to, was just a little off, and the throw got away from Fred Bond. It appeared if he holds on to it, then the runner's out. The umpires will convene, but I do not think Jack Borgman stepped on first base.
He was close, and like you said, it looked like he stuck his foot out to do it. Whether he did or not, I don't know. And this is, you need any out in a situation like this, and what is an inning that's totally getting away from the Sodbusters. Another decent pitch for Kruger, as they are going to award the out at first. Whether that's the right call, not sure, but the Sodbusters will take it. 2-run score on the play, however, and they've still got only 1 out and a runner at third base.
Looking at the replay, I mean, it's so tough to tell, and looking at us too, and Borgman kind of looked back at the first base bag to make sure that he got the bag. So they will award the ground out, and the head coach, Gabe Shemwell, will get an explanation from the field umpires. The call on the field was that there was no outs, but after discussion, they overturned the call. You can make of that what you will, but doesn't look like whatever Shemwell says will win him his discussion. But nonetheless, 2-run score, and the Prospects take the lead.
Levi Martin with the ground out, and I think you probably give him an RBI, the first one anyway, and then the second run scores on the throwing error, because it was, I don't even know if they get him at home if the throw is good. So now the Sodbusters are down by a score of 2-1.
So I believe they will give him an RBI ground out, and then an error on Fred Bond, as it appeared to be a good throw, just Bond could not handle it. And it's the second time this homestand we've seen Fred lose a ball that he had in his glove. Pitch is outside and maybe a little low to Gage Allen.
This is a 7-inning game, so this game's on the line right here. Sodbusters need to try to keep it at 2-1.
Top of the 5th, yep, just 2 more full innings to play. Ball 2 is up high to Gage Allen. He walked and was left stranded in the 3rd. 4 very good innings for Jack Kruger, but the 5th inning has given up the lead here. A high strike called for strike 1, 2-1. So runner at 3rd after all the chaos. RBI ground out for Levi Martin, and an error gives the Prospects the lead. Swing and a miss at the sweeper for 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 runs across, and the ball has not left the infield for the Nebraska Prospects here in the 5th.
And their only hits of the game, just coming 2 batters ago. Gage Allen fouls it off to stay alive, 2-2. In the series, the first 2 games for the Prospects, they only hit 148 against Hastings, 9 hits in those 2 games and 5 runs. Pitch just outside. Now the count runs full. Still nobody throwing in the Sodbuster bullpen, with Kruger now at 80 pitches. He has pitched at least 86 in all 3 of his outings. Payoff. Ground ball, and it's hit out to second. They're going to come home, and they've got the runner hung up, and he's going to give himself up. Indecisiveness for Bryce Waller, as Drew Vega fielded it, saw that Waller broke, couldn't decide whether to keep coming or go back, and he's out at home. Out on the base pass made by the Prospects. Thank you very much.
And a really good job for Fred Bond that time. Talk about the 2 maybe he hadn't caught here recently, but that was not a good throw home for Vega, and Bond had to short hop it and then able to apply the tag, and the Sodbusters a chance to survive this with just 2 runs scored.
Definitely making it a more manageable game if they can get out. First pitch swinging is Ashton Graff-Rowe. Now 3rd time through the lineup for the Nebraska Prospects. Just 1 hit in 18 batters for the visitors, but they have the lead 2-1. Graff-Rowe is 0 for 2, has grounded out and struck out. Grounds it to third, but just foul, and Morales will not have a play. So tough for the mentality of a pitcher, pitching a no-hitter through 4 innings and hadn't give up all but 1 base runner, and then 1 inning unravels on you, and it's tough to keep that mentality, but credit to Jack Kruger to keep his team in it for the moment. 0-2. Called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Graff Rowe does not like it, and he is set down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. Prospects take the lead on 1 hit, 2 Sodbuster errors. Excuse me, just 1 error for the Sodbusters, and just not the cleanest inning for the guys. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th inning with the Busters coming back.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Back for the bottom of the 5th inning in this 7-inning contest. Sodbusters coming back up against Keenan Lentel and the Prospects, who now have the lead on just 1 hit, but the Sodbuster defense lets them down. Something we haven't said too often this season, but they're a good comeback team. We've seen them string together runs late in games. They haven't always won those games, but they don't just lay down and die in those games. Top of the order coming up, Drew Vega, Josh Printer, Ryan Jarvis. And Drew Vega will look to continue his perfect night. He is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. He takes ball 1 down low from Keenan Lentel. Lentel just 1 run, 4 hits allowed for him on now 75 pitches in his outing. The 1-0 pitch is a strike at the knees to Drew Vega. Vega with an excellent homestand now. He's had 11 hits just since last Saturday. Excellent number. The 1-1 from Lentel. Way outside for ball 2. Again, if you're just joining us, game 2 will be roughly about 30 minutes after, as announced by the staff here. So we will do our final numbers, get our lineups for the next game, and see you on a separate stream. 2-1 to Vega. That one almost hit him and kicks away from the catcher. It's now 3-1. Like I talked about with Vega in his spotlight, said one thing he wants to improve on is just staying on fastball and putting the barrel on it. This is a fastball count here, but let's see what Lentel offers. It's a breaking ball, and it's down low for ball 4. Excellent eye for Vega in a fastball count to work the leadoff walk, and every time the Sodbusters have had Vega come up, it has been to lead off an inning, and they've gotten some base runners afterwards.
But only 1 run to show for it so far, as there's a visit to the mound coming here to Keenan Lentel. Their head coach is out, Gabe Shemwell, but yeah, they got to find a way to take advantage of these opportunities, and it'll be interesting to see what they ask Drew Printer to do, who scorched it his first time up with that line out to third. Do they try to bunt him? Do they try to give a couple of pitches where Vega maybe has a chance to just do a straight steal and get into scoring position? It looks like there is going to be a pitching change coming up here for the Nebraska Prospects.
Lentel will exit the day after 80 pitches and 4+ innings pitched. A new reliever coming on for the Prospects. We'll tell you all about him after this.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to hastingssodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Pitching change for the Prospects. They will go to a southpaw. It's going to be Charlie Mosser. Charlie Mosser, a returner for this Prospects team, the left-hander, a Lincoln native from my high school, Lincoln East, out in Lincoln, and played his last season at Kansas City Community College. He's called upon in the 4th inning after Keenan Lentel exits, pitching 4+, allowing 1 run, 4 hits, and Drew Vega at first base. That is still his responsibility. Mosser making his 5th appearance, all in relief. No record. He's only allowed 3 runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts, a 3.71 ERA. It's Josh Printer who bats now. He popped out in foul territory to first base in his first at-bat. Mosser's first, yanked in the opposite batter's box for ball 1. Josh Printer has had good past couple of days. Had the big 2 RBI single that got the Sodbusters back within it. Strike called. There goes Vega, and he's out. Perfect throw from Elliot Peterson on 1 hop. Right there to receive the tag, Ashton Graff Rowe. We did want to see that happen because Vega appeared he got robbed a couple of times, stealing bases. But perfect throw, perfect catch. Catches him stealing.
And I don't disagree with that call at all in terms of the decision for Skipper, too, to try to get the guy in scoring position because Vega's been a guy who has been very reliable. Just got to give a tip of the hat to the Prospects to get it done there.
And for Elliot Peterson, in 10 tries, he had only thrown out 1 base runner yet this season. I'd make it 2 as he catches the fastest guy on the team for Hastings. 1-2 to Printer, ground ball to the first baseman, Bodie Waller, who scoops it up, steps on the bag for 2 outs.
Just such a demoralizing thing, though, when you lose a base runner and all of a sudden 2 outs, nobody on, and it's going to take a few hits now, apparently, to come back because the Sodbusters are not smacking the extra base hits like you talked about, so Sodbusters going to have to do it the hard way as it's getting late.
I mean, besides the 4th inning, plenty of chances for the Sodbusters. Had that leadoff single in the first, stranded the bases loaded in the 3rd, left 2 on in the 3rd inning. And now you get your leadoff base runner on, get thrown out on the base paths, and yeah, it's tough to take a blow that many times as a team. Ryan Jarvis bats, swings at the first pitch, and grounds it foul past the first base side. Mosser taking a long look in. Still looking, and time called. Ryan Jarvis with 1 of Hastings' 4 hits. That came part of that 3-hit inning in the 3rd. So 1 for 2 for Ryan. The 0-1 to him. Good breaking ball by Mosser, but darts outside of the zone. Better take by Jarvis. Sodbusters score first with 1 in the 3rd. Prospects take the lead with 2 in the top half of this inning. There's ball 2 outside, 2-1. Sodbusters once again will have to battle, as they have had to do in now their 3rd straight contest. Fell behind Fremont both times. had to battle back. They almost did last night. 2-1 Jarvis the opposite way to left field, and a dive. It gets past the left fielder. Jarvis can run. He'll get at least second. Jarvis hits the bag and will stop there. Levi Martin out in left field tried to dive and make a play, but did not. And it will go as a double for Ryan Jarvis, and there is an extra base hit for the Sodbusters.
Really needed there, and maybe Dino Morales can pick up the team and get that run home. The Sodbusters trying to salvage something here. As 7-inning contest, you have to take advantage of the opportunities presented to you, and here's one with Dino Morales stepping in.
Dino's had success at the plate, but it has faded recently. He's now 3 for his last 20. He takes a strike. He has flown outs to left and center field so far today. Jarvis with the double, just the 6th extra base hit for the Sodbusters. That one fouled back to the screen. Dino and the Busters down to their last strike. Sodbusters have already stranded 5 base runners in the first 4 innings. Pitch is up high. Mosser misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like we mentioned, the wind not too much of a factor today. Blowing just a hair out to center field. Morales grounds it softly to the shortstop. Graft Rowe throws on the run and in time for the 3rd outs of the inning. The 2-out double cannot come home, and the Sodbusters are turned away in the 5th inning, and the Prospects will still lead it. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left for the Sodbusters, and we'll be right back with inning number 6.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot, and sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. FiskChiropracticSportsClinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. Tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris. Plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
5 complete at Duncan Field. The Prospects trying to get win number 1 over the Sodbusters this year, as Hastings has gotten the first 2 wins over the Prospects this year, but they've got some work to do, and the first task at hand is putting another 0 on the board. Steve Stein will take us home.
Well, Jack Kruger certainly has deserved better than to be trailing by a run. He has allowed just 1 hit. The damage coming against him that last inning, a walk. And on what could have been a double play ball, the Sodbusters turned that into an error. There was a single to load the bases, an opportunity to perhaps get a double play on a step on the bag and throw home. There was a second error. When all is said and done, the Prospects come up with 2 runs, in spite of the fact the Sodbusters have out-hit this Nebraska Prospects team 5-1. They trail it 2-1 with just 6 outs to work, and Kruger trying to put a 0 on the board here as he faces 2, 3, and 4. Elliot Peterson, one of the key members of this team, he gunned down Drew Vega, trying to steal second after the Sodbusters had their leadoff man aboard for the 3rd time of the game. Sodbusters would later get a double, and just seems like some of those little baseball god things are not going the Sodbusters' way here the last couple of days. But that is baseball. As Peterson steps in, and the pitch is over for a strike for Jack Kruger for the Hastings Sodbusters. Elliot Peterson, an amazing season at Southeast Community College, and now playing his summer ball close to home for the Nebraska Prospects. 0-2 pitch is missing. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Elliot Peterson, as Peterson hitting over 500 in the spring for Southeast Community College. He's a Creighton Prep grad. 1-2 the count. Kruger brings it in. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kruger, who's still hitting about 85 on the gun. Still got his velocity. He's had decent control today. Walks have been an issue during the course of this season. So far in this contest, he has struck out 6 and walked 2. And called strike 3 here as Elliot Peterson becomes the 7th strikeout victim of Jack Kruger. And there's 1 out with nobody on here in the 6th. Yesterday, the Sodbusters putting up a 2 spot against Fremont. That would hold until a 5-run 5th. They just couldn't get that 3rd out. Battled back to get to within 1 and had their chances and lost 5-4. So danger of losing a 3rd straight here today unless they can come back late in this one. Bouncing ball back up the middle, and it takes a high hop, and there will not be a throw. Josh Printer was trying to get to it, trying to time the hop, and it took a little wacky hop, and he did a pretty good job just to keep it on the infield. It's going to be an infield single for Corey Kozad, so there's 1 on and 1 out for Bodie Waller. That was a weird-looking play as Printer was headed toward the second base bag, and it looked like he was trying to judge where that next hop was going to go, and it was a little funky on him, and rather than risk throwing wildly, he just ate it, and I don't think he has a chance to get the runner anyway. Pitch taken for a ball. This is Bodie Waller at the plate now. Bodie Waller 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out to center as Waller and his brother both playing on this Nebraska Prospects team for the summer. Short lead over at first, and the pitches bounce to the right side. Borgman's got it, and he'll look back to first. Safe on the infield single. Borgman and Vega, one of those deals you're trying to go for it, and really no play to be made there as you saw Kruger hustle over as well as he can, but a good job for Waller to bust it down the line, and now there's a 1-out rally here for the Prospects, 1st and 2nd, as they look for insurance, leading it 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. So back-to-back infield singles, and saw that last inning. There wasn't really many solidly struck balls. Bryce Waller bounced 1 through the right side of the infield, so they certainly aren't pounding it against Jack Kruger. They have 2 singles here in this frame and a threat brewing. Here's a little looper to right field. That is going to be trouble. Play made. Can they get a force at second? No, they cannot. Bases loaded, 1 out on a little blooper to right off the bat of Jacob Perrin. And here come the Prospects again with a chance to put numbers on the board, even though Jack's pitching really, really well. No action behind Jack Kruger, who now has thrown 93 pitches. That's Jackson Crane, the right fielder for the Sodbusters. It looked like he maybe had the opportunity, if he could really gun it, to get the runner at second base, but didn't happen. And now Joel Skipper out to try to talk with Kruger, as there is going to be action behind him in the Buster pen.
Yeah, Kruger's getting there on the pitch count, 93 on his pitch count. He did throw 96 and 97 pitches in 2 of his starts, so you got to figure this is probably his last inning, unless he can perhaps get 2 quick outs here, maybe on a double play or something else. But like you said, ever since the past, or just since the past 2 innings, Prospects not putting the best swings on balls by Kruger, but they figured him out in some fashion these past 2 innings.
I'll bring to the plate Drew Borner, who reached on an error his last time up, and he hits this one in the air. That's a blooper to center. 1 run will score. Here comes the 2nd run home. Throw home from Hiltbrand is going to be cut off. It's 1st and 2nd, and 2 large insurance runs off the bat of Drew Borner. He'll bring home Kozad and Bodie Waller. Jacob Perrin ends up at 2nd, and now it's a 4-1 lead for the Nebraska Prospects against the Hastings Sodbusters.
Yeah, it was just a good piece of hitting. Get on the first pitch, not too softly hit it where they ain't.
And Bryce Waller stands at the plate now and takes strike 1, no balls and a strike. Bryce had that single that bounced through the right side in the 5th inning to keep the inning going. Now Hastings has got a lot of work to do with the offense scuffling a bit and just 6 out with which to work, and they're not through the 6th inning yet. Here's a little line drive to center field. Kyle Hiltbrand headlong to make the catch. Did he make the catch? How about Kyle Hiltbrand headlong to get it? They'll throw back to second to double off the runner and flash in the glove, getting his first start in center field. Kyle Hiltbrand, and the Sodbusters hold the Prospects to 2 runs here in the 6th. 2 runs on 4 hits. And 2 men left. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. That is 4-1 Prospects, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Hastings trying to find a way. They now are down by 3 with just 6 outs to work. As Tyler Welch, Jack Borgman, and Kyle Hilbrand trying to gain the measure of Charlie Mosser. Mosser on in relief of Keenan Lentel. Lentel may want to just switch numbers. He forgot his number 11 today and wore the 29 of J.D. Moffitt and works 4 innings, allowing only 1 run. Mosser's come in since and able to put a 0 on the board as the pitch fouled away for Tyler Welch. Welch has the lone RBI of the day. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. 4-1 the score. The Prospects on top. The offense has been shut down for this Nebraska team, and the Prospects, meanwhile, have been able to string their offense together just at the right times. Did not have a hit through 4, but able to get 4 hits combined the last 2 innings. Actually 5 hits to plate 4 runs. Pitch across for strike 1 and 2 now on Tyler Welch. So they put 2 runs on 4 hits in the 6th after 2 runs on 1 hit in the 5th. Sodbusters have contributed 2 errors during that time frame, and that's made it awfully tough. 1-2 delivery, taken upstairs, 2-2. 2 teams will have about 30 minutes between games and have a second game of a doubleheader. You like when these first games roll right through. It makes you feel like it's not going to be too long a night, and this has been a fairly crisply played game. It's bogged down a little bit the last couple of innings, but we were rolling through the first 4. Pitch taken just a little bit too high, 3-2. Sodbusters need base runners, and a good approach here for Tyler Welsh. He's been excellent about working counts and finding his way aboard. One of the reasons he's the DH today, a .560 on-base percentage for the year. 3-2 delivery, ball 4. Vintage Tyler Welsh right there as 2 walks and an RBI single for Tyler. Hard to keep him out of the lineup when he's getting on base every time.
I gotta say, it may not be via the hits, but like we mentioned, working counts, working walks, down in the count early, gets back and works the leadoff base runner. Sodbusters need to get these leadoff base runners home. They did it one time earlier in the 3rd inning, but the 1st and the 5th when they get their leadoff guy on, they have not. And time running out.
Pitch swung on and missed for Jack Borgman. Still trying to find it today. A couple of strikeouts against him. Yeah, you feel like you get the leadoff run, you ought to score at half the time, and Hastings just has not been able to do that the last few games. One of the reasons that they are on the verge of losing a 3rd straight. Throw over. And back in time is Welch. It didn't have a good read on that. Mosser with a decent move to first as well. We saw Keenan Lentel pick off a runner at first. Charlie brings it. He puts a little velocity on it. Pretty good velocity to home plate as well for Charlie Mosser as the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 86 miles an hour on that fastball.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's just sitting about the same range as Jack Kruger does. Really about that 84 to 86 range for the Heaters.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. He's got a fast delivery. It looks like it's coming faster than it is because Kruger's 86-mile-an-hour fastball just seems to float in there. And Mosser has got a very abrupt delivery with that left hand. 81 on that last one. 2-1 the count on Jack Borgman. Sodbusters trying to put together a late rally here. They need 3 to tie. As we're playing only a 7-inning game when we're in the bottom of the 6th, and now Borgman ahead in the count 3-1, and you take another walk right here. If Mosser's had issues during his college career, it's been the walks. He really struggled with his control last summer for the Prospects. 3-1. And the throw over, Welsh dives back in. He's only a few steps off, but just has not been able to get any kind of secondary lead for the Hastings Sodbusters. And if Borgman does put a hit, it's likely station-to-station ball unless this baby's gapped. 3-1 delivery, high for ball 4. So now first and second, nobody out with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters trying to come through here for the Hastings Sodbusters. See a visit to the mound as the head coach Gabe Shemwell, the Gretna grad and the University of Sioux Falls player, former assistant at Gretna and a former head coach at Elkhorn South, coaching this summer team now, and we'll see what the decision is going to be. As Kyle Hiltbrand, big opportunity here. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Hastings looking for that big hit. There's been times this year, particularly on homestands, that they have done a great job of coming through in the clutch. Most notably, a guy like Jackson Crane, as the Sodbusters got the big walk-off earlier in the week against the Plainsmen. Seems like a long time ago already. Hastings, in the midst of this long homestand, beat the Plainsmen 4-3 and then 15-3, but Fremont coming to town and taking a 6-4 and a 5-4 victory the last 2 days. Now the Prospects in town for 2 days, 3 games before the Sodbusters will hit the road and then won't be home again until July 1st. In at the corners here, expecting a bunt. Hiltbrand squares, bunts at it, and not successful. Throw back to second, and Welsh back in safely as Kyle did not look comfortable at all in the bunting stance for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Just in these situations, it seems like at least half the time the Sodbusters are not able to get a bunt down, something that has not been their strong suit this season.
Hiltbrand swinging away here, bounces back up the middle, could be 2. Dish to second for 1, over to first, double play, fundamental baseball. The Sodbusters can't complete the sacrifice, and now they have a runner at third with 2 outs, and a nifty little play. How about Drew Borner dishing with the glove? Didn't have to. He had plenty of time to take it out of his glove, but a little extra flair there. Borner to Graff Rowe to their first baseman, Bodie Waller, and that is a large double play.
And how about the stretch by Waller, too? Went full split mode there. My hamstrings hurt now.
And so now that's going to take a 2-out rally again if Hastings is going to get anything on the board, as Fred Bond trying to find his way on. A fielder's choice grounder his first time, a strikeout back in the 4th, and now we're in the 6th. Sodbusters down to their final 4 outs. Really needing to get at least 1 here to give yourself a better chance in that 7th. And it looks like it's probably going to be the end of the day for Jack Kruger, who certainly has deserved better than to take this loss. But unless Hastings can rally, that's going to be the situation. 1-1 delivery from Musser is fouled straight back. 1-2 on Fred Bond as a right-hander continues to get hot for the Hastings Sodbusters. 4-1. Hits are even at 5 apiece. The errors are even at 2 apiece, but the Prospects get the runs when they have the opportunities. 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Hastings just got that 1 lonely run in the 3rd as the pitch taken upstairs. Yeah, for a while, the home splits and road splits were very, very different. Sodbusters hitting nearly 300 at home before this homestand, but they've seen that home batting average fall to 251, and it's not getting any higher here today. 2-2 delivery. High for ball 3, 3-2. So Mosser in danger of walking another in this inning, but he has not given up any runs to this point. Trying to get an at-bat for Jackson Crane. 3-2 with 2 outs, runner at third. That is Tyler Welsh, who began this inning with a walk. Borgman with a walk, but then the 4-6-3 twin killing, and it's tough to double off Kyle Hiltbrand with his speed. 3-2, ball 4. So Mosser has walked 3, but nothing has come across, and can Jackson Crane regain his magic that he had on Tuesday and Wednesday?
Like we said in the post-game show yesterday for assistant coach Danny Weiser, just 1 hit, 1 pitch away. Get that 1 hit right here and make the Prospects work here.
Jackson Crane battling a little bit of a wrist issue, and the ball is by the catcher, and the Sodbusters can't score. Welsh could not get a read on it. what should have been a wild pitch and a run home. Hastings has missed a couple of those opportunities during his homestand as well, and you just when they give you runs, you got to take them. And instead, it's second and third now, and 1-0 the count on Jackson Crane.
Yeah, you saw Joel Skipper stomp his foot down in frustration. Tyler Welsh, too, smacking his hands together. Both of them knew he should have gone there.
Really, really tough for the Hastings Sodbusters. 1-0 delivery. Taken for ball 2, 2-0 the count. There's been a few times where I feel like, okay, could have got a run home. Didn't. Don't get that second chance. Man, then the baseball gods really don't smile on you. Take advantage of the opportunities given to you, and Hastings not doing that right now. 2-0 delivery, misses for ball 3. So Mosser's in danger of walking his 4th of the inning and still hasn't allowed a run. The double play looming larger and larger. The missed chance on a potential wild pitch. 3-0. The pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 3-1 to Jackson Crane. Russellville, Arkansas, his hometown, goes to Arkansas Tech. Nicknamed Cranium. Likes fishing among other outdoor activities. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So the 5, 6, 8, and 9 hitters walk, and can Drew Vega, who's been about as hot as anybody on this homestand, come through and keep this inning going?
I mean, with the prospects, they don't have the heavy schedule the Busters do, but you got to figure with the Wild Commands here, a big spot in the game. Maybe you want to go get Mosser? I guess not.
Still no damage done. Strike 1 to Drew Vega, who's been aboard every time. Single, infield single, and walk. You take a walk right here. Just keep the train rolling. Don't have to overdo it. Love a gapper, but anything to get a run on the board. 1-0 delivery. Should say it was an 0-1 delivery that's out of the zone, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Drew Vega. Here in inning number 6. It's getting late. Sodbusters do have the tying runs aboard, but looking for that big hit here to at least get 1, maybe 2. 2-0 delivery coming. Bouncing ball, chopper to the left side. It is going to go foul. Drew Vega back to the plate now for the Hastings Sodbusters. If that stays fair, it's likely an infield single and everybody's safe, and the Sodbusters get their first run since the 3rd. Instead, Vega going to have to compete. Drew Vega, another of the Arkansas Techers. Exercise science major. Maybe wants to go into athletic training before it's all said and done, after his college days are over. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle. The shortstop's got it. Dishes to the second baseman. Force play there, and the Sodbusters into thoroughly frustrating 6th inning. It's a good job for Ashton Graff Rowe to ditch it to Drew Boyner when all is said and done. No runs, no hits, 3 men left despite 4 walks in the inning, and we head to the 7th. The prospects for the Sodbusters 1. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner, a friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. It is Sodbuster Baseball. New right-hander for the Hastings team as Fred Juden is on, the York College guy, as he ends up coming in with a 1-0 record, a 5.06 ERA, making his 4th appearance. 5 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs on 2 hits, striking out 5, walking 5. Has been battling an arm issue. We saw him warm up yesterday, but just getting a bullpen session to see if he could go today, and he is coming in relief of Jack Kruger, who certainly deserves better for his effort today. A guy who works his way through 6 innings, allows 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 5 hits, strikes out 7, walks 2. You feel like he pitched well enough for the Hastings Sodbusters to win this one, but some defensive miscues, opportune plays for the prospects, and the Sodbuster offense just not doing it today with 1 run on 5 hits. Heading into this, the final 7th inning of this first game of the doubleheader. And it's going to be Levi Martin at the plate. Martin, a line out and a ground out. His ground out brought home a run as part of that 2-run 5th inning that turned this game around as the Sodbusters led it 1-0 after 3, but 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Fred Juden throws strike 1 as he tries to get Levi Martin here. Juden working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. High and tight for ball 1, 1-1. Saw brother Dalton pitch yesterday, went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits, struck out 7 and walked 4. 0-1 pitch coming. Bouncing ball foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Levi Martin. Levi Martin out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College, and then he's going on to Arkansas Tech. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. The beer batter's gone, so fans are happy for that reason, and they're also happy because there's 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Excellent start for Fred. You know, with a guy who has struggled with his command in a Sodbuster uniform and with York University. Hopefully, sometimes you see guys come back from injuries and they're just totally different people.
Swing and a miss here for the number 9 hitter, Gage Allen. No balls and a strike, who's drawn a walk, had a fielder's choice grounder. Here's the pitch, high for a ball. Gage Allen at the plate now. 0 for 1 in the contest. It's getting late, top of the 7th, 7-inning game. 2 teams will play another 7-inning contest next, and Juden drops this one in over the inside corner for strike 2, 1-2 the count. Allen sprays this one foul. It remains 1-2 with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th inning, the Prospects and the Sodbusters, each with 5 hits, each with 2 errors, but the Prospects with 4 runs on the board as the Sodbusters have stranded 9 in 6 innings. Not getting the big hits and losing some base runners, double plays, caught stealing, pickoff, check swing, didn't go. 2-2 on Gage Allen. Allen, a Rockhurst product, went to Bellevue West High School. 2-2 pitch, off speed, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fred Juden. Coming on and racking up a couple of Ks. Now it's back to the top of the order for Ashton Graff Rowe, who was not with the team when they played the Sodbusters the first time, but he had a pretty darn good excuse because he was at the National Junior College World Series with Crowder College, Missouri. Excellent season for them. As the pitch is a strike, as they went 49-15. The Rough Riders advancing on to the national tournament. Pitch taken for a strike. 2 quick ones on Ashton Graff Rowe, who's also been very solid at the shortstop position for the Nebraska Prospects since joining the team. Spring, he hit .333 with 5 home runs, still trying to gather himself for summer ball. 0-9-1 coming into today. 0-2 pitch. Low for a ball, 1-2. On Ashton Graff Rowe, bats in the leadoff spot for the Prospects, trying to go to 5-8 on the year. 2 years ago, the Prospects joined the Independence League with an opportunity to just be a road-only squad. Hard hit ball center field. Kyle Hiltbrand on his horse, heading back and makes the play. And Nebraska Prospects are turned away. 2 years ago, Sodbusters went 4-2 against the Prospects. Here this year, they are trying to come back in the bottom of the 7th. 4-1. Nebraska on top of Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. Hastings Sodbuster baseball head to the bottom of the seventh, last chance, and Hastings will face a new right-hander. Colton Homolka's come on, Southeast Community College guy, went to Norris High School, and he's 0-1 with that loss coming against the Hastings Sodbusters. He went 5 1/3 innings against Hastings, allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, struck out 7 and walked 4. So guys who took losses against Hastings, both trying to come through and help them for a win this time, as we saw their starter, Keenan Lentel, he was a losing pitcher in the 2-game series earlier this year. And now you have Homolka on to try to pick up a save after he was the losing pitcher in the other game of that series, unless the Sodbusters can rally late with Josh Printer, Ryan Jarvis, and Dino Morales trying to come through for Hastings.
Homolka making his summer debut after just winning a Class B state championship with the Norris Titans in the spring. It's the heck of a jump from a state champion to right away playing college ball when you haven't even played or attended college in the fall.
Big swing, no contact for Josh Printer, 0 for 1. Hits even at 5, but the prospects getting their hits in timely fashion to plate 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Sodbusters with 1 lonely run in the 3rd, and a bunch of stranded runners here today, not able to get bunts down. Lost a couple of guys on the bases, heading into a double play as well, and there are times like this where it's just not going to go well, and right now Hastings is in one of those little funks. Hopefully they can bounce back in game 2. 0-2 pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Josh Printer for the Hastings Sodbusters. Printer 0 for 3 on the day. Sodbusters have a couple of guys with multi-hit games, Ryan Jarvis and Drew Vega. But nobody else has done much. Pitch is taken high. Tyler Welsh has the other hit for the Sodbusters. He's had a good day with a couple of walks. He's been aboard 3 times. 2-2 delivery. Hard hit, left side, base hit. Printer, does he have extra bases? Yes, he does. As this ball's down into the corner, he'll be around first and on his way to second. Sodbusters need a few more of those. A good start to the 7th, but Hastings trails by 3.
Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Nope, that's fine.
All right, we see Josh Printer putting another good swing on it. He lined out sharply in the 1st inning, pretty much to that exact same spot, but he gets it well over the head of the 3rd baseman this time, and left fielder Levi Martin did not take a good route to it. That ball actually got past him, but with the left fielder not fast enough to get to 3, but take the leadoff base runner on any way you can.
Now can they find a way to put some hits together and cash the opportunities? Been very frustrating with Sodbusters in scoring position today. Ryan Jarvis, who doubled his last time up, is at the plate for Hastings and fouls it away. Hey, look at those last couple innings. Sodbusters get their leadoff man aboard, double play, and then they reignite the rally. A walk, got a runner to 3rd, and a potential wild pitch. Couldn't get a read off of 3rd and didn't score, and eventually put a 0 on the board there. And those kind of things that have just been thoroughly frustrating when the other team almost gifts you a run and you still can't get it. 1-1 to count on Ryan Jarvis. Single and a double to go along with the strikeout. Keenan Lentel started. Charlie Mosser able to come in relief and work 2 scoreless frames despite having some walks issues. Pitch misses for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike now. actually got a 2-2 on the board here. It may have been a late strike call. Our home plate umpire has been sometimes a little bit late at putting out that hand, so the old guy can't see. It is ball 4. So Ryan Jarvis draws the walk, and the Sodbusters will bring the tying run to the plate here in the 7th inning, trailing it by a score of 4-1.
Like we mentioned, the Sodbusters may get down. They may be well behind, but they never just give up that easily. It's always a fight to the finish. That's how it was last night, and when you bring the tying run up to the plate, that can get in the head of a closer. I mean, closers specifically. I mean, Homolka is a starter by trade, but coming on in maybe an unfamiliar spot, something you're not used to in high school. A lot of those guys, they can overanalyze some of those situations. Okay, I've got the tie and run on. I need to get a ground ball here. I need to throw strikes here, and then you just completely lose command of your game. So mentally, you've got to stay locked in and just stick to your game plan, throw it over the plate. Sodbusters should be wary of that with a chance to make some noise here in this last inning.
Dino Morales, and if you're coming to the plate, Dino, don't try to do too much. Just move the line. Don't have to get it all back right here. As first and second, can Homolka find the zone as Morales up in a big spot with first and second and nobody out, and a first pitch swinging for Morales, fouls it away. Dino 0 for 3 in the contest, starting third baseman for Hastings. 1 run, 6 hits now for the Sodbusters. They have out-hit the Nebraska prospects 6-5, but they trail by 3 late. Pitch inside, and it gets a piece of Dino Morales, and they're loaded up for Tyler Welch. It's a double, walk, hit batsman. Well, the table is set. Can you find a way to come to that table and get a little feast? Tyler Welch, who has had a good day. A single to bring home the lone run. He's walked his other 2 plate appearances, and hopefully he just continues that same attitude at the plate, being very selective. He'll take ball 1 here, 1-0 the count.
Good opportunity for Tyler. Saw him come through in a big spot against the Plainsmen in that first game against the Plainsmen earlier this week when he had a big 2 RBI double, and that would be really nice here.
Bounces this one foul, 1-1 on Welch. He singled home Drew Vega for the lone run back in the 3rd. We're now in the 7th, a 7-inning contest. These 2 teams will play a second game about a half hour after this finishes. Sodbusters need 4 to win. They have the winning run at the plate. Welsh went after ball 2. Unfortunate there, as that was up in his eyes. And now 2-1 the counts as Homolka trying to work his way out of a major jam here. A double to begin the frame. Then walk, hit batsman. 1-2 the count. Homolka brings it home. Foul ball. Tyler just got a piece of that one up in the zone and lives to get another pitch thrown to him.
Yeah, definitely above the zone there. Tyler in swing mode here, wanting to really be the guy to get this crowd energized here. The first 3 have reached and looking for the big hit.
1-2 pitch again. Welch pops it up into short right field. Catch is made. Sodbusters will not try to push the issue here. Down by 3 and a good throw home. Yeah, for a moment I thought Bryce Waller had a misread on it. He took about 2 steps back, but he was just lining up to get the throw.
Yeah, definitely a deke there because that one not super far off the bat, but a very good throw in from Bryce Waller to keep the Sodbusters at bay. And like you mentioned, don't want to run into an out on the bases, especially when you just made the first out in the air.
So Jack Borgman comes to the plate and takes strike 1. No balls and a strike. As in that kind of game, can Hastings come through? They've had multiple opportunities. I mean, you get the leadoff man on the majority of the innings, but only 1 run to show for it. And Homolka trying to battle through here. Bouncing ball, left side, could be trouble. It's in the hole, and there will be no play. Infield single for Borgman. Sodbusters are on the board. They have the tying runs now in scoring position with only 1 out, and the winning run is over at first after Jack Borgman's infield single for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Not hit hard at all and put it in a perfect spot. Josh Printer giving some advice to Kyle Hiltbrand, perhaps about the pitcher Homolka or just what the infielders might be up to here. And, oh, we're making it interesting. We love to see it.
Hiltbrand is grounded to the second baseman his last two times. The last time was this 4-6-3 double play. He also grounded out to Drew Borner back in inning number 4. High drama now at Duncan Field, 4-2 the score. Tying runs and winning run out there inside. Did it get a piece of Hiltbrand? Apparently not. I don't know how it missed him. 2-0 the count on Kyle Hiltbrand. You'd take that at this point to get another run home. Homolka brings it. Swing and a miss. May have gone after ball 3. Did not have the take sign on. And 2-1 the count on Kyle Hiltbrand. Tied him up inside. Runners at every bag for the Hastings Sodbusters. Jarvis, Morales, and Borgman. Good speed out there. 2-1 delivery. Hiltbrand watches it go by. It bounces away from the catcher, but no chance for advancement as hustling over to keep it close enough was Elliot Peterson, but now it's 3-1. And a bases loaded walk. The Sodbusters are within a run here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Yeah, maybe if that's an 0-2 pitch, when you're one strike away, you'd push the issue there, but with one more ball to walk in a run, play it safe at third.
3-1 pitch. Foul ball. 3-2 now, and it gets a little bit tenser on both sides. Sodbuster fans just kind of taking it all in. Not really getting on that pitcher at this point. Where's our Fru boy to get him rolling? This is the ball game right here, folks.
Well, if I was not a broadcaster, I'd be leading the charge in the stands.
3-2, nowhere close. Ball 4, bases loaded. Walk Kyle Hiltbrand. Good job there. Move the chain. Ryan Jarvis scores. Dino Morales to third. Jack Borgman to second. And ladies and gentlemen, the Hastings Sodbusters are within a run with only one man out. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter and also a pinch runner. So the Sodbusters are turning the wheels here as we'll see Cale Jensen bat for Fred Bond. And I believe they're going to run for Jack Borgman out at second base. So a couple of moves being made late here as Hastings will put Alexiel Delgado, who is the winning run, in at second base. So Alexiel Delgado in for Jack Borgman. Smart moves here for Joel Skipper. Alexiel Delgado. Some wheels out there at second base. And Cale Jensen, who's been fighting it. Talk about a way to get out of a slump. How about a little 2-run single to the grass? Pitch low, but first things first, make Homolka throw a strike. 1-0 the count on Cale Jensen, the tying run down there at third. And a lot of ways to get him home. Still only one man out. Homolka and Jensen squaring off here. The pitch. Inside for ball 2. 2-0 on Cale Jensen.
Like you mentioned, throw a strike before you start swinging there, but Jensen, traditionally a fly ball guy, anything to the outfield could very well score Morales to tie it.
2-0. Homolka brings it. Inside, it hit him. Cale Jensen, and he tried to get out of the way. I think that missed the guard, but he'll have a smile on his face because, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tie ball game with still only one man out. Cale Jensen, the Purple Heart, to drive home the tying run there, being hit by the pitch.
Yeah, that one looked like, because he jumped up with the left, or his right foot, I think I got his back foot. It wasn't even a back foot breaking ball. It was a fastball there. Homolka just lost it.
And now, Jackson Crane, how about 2 walk-offs in the same week when you never had that happen in your life? Come on, young man, do what you need to do. First pitch swinging, it's popped up, foul territory. This will be caught right at the screen. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. What a job there for Elliot Peterson, who somehow picks it off the backstop for a monster second out. Are you kidding me?
Sodbusters trying to argue that he used the screen to help him collect it. I think that's what Joel Skipper's going to talk about. He's not going to win the argument here, but I mean, from our vantage point, it looks like he caught it and then ran into the wall, but that was bang, bang there. What a snag by Elliot Peterson.
Saving the game, perhaps, and it's hard to get a walk-off winner twice in the same week. Crane went after the first pitch, and popped it up. And an amazing play for Peterson. So now it's going to have to be a 2-out opportunity here for Drew Vega in a 4-4 game. Swing and a miss. Went after one out of the zone. No balls and a strike on Drew. Again, don't try to do too much. Homolka really fighting the zone a little bit. I was kind of surprised that Jackson went after that first pitch. And Vega swung at ball 1. 4-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch, bouncing ball left side. The shortstop's got it. Throws to second. They'll get the force there, and we're playing a doubleheader. How about extra innings for game 1? 4-4 as we go to the 8th. And you're listening to Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Sodbuster Baseball as we will go to the 8th inning, and Fred Juden can pick up his second win in relief now for the Hastings Sodbusters as Jack Kruger off the hook. How about the intestinal fortitude for Hastings as they score 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave them loaded. Had a chance to win it, but they do have the opportunity now. And a lot of courage shown. The double, the walk, hit batsman, got the infield single to bring home a run for Jack Borgman. Kyle Hiltbrandt with a bases-loaded walk, and Cale Jensen with a bases-loaded hit batsman to get it tied. And now we are headed to the 8th inning, and the Hastings Sodbusters having to make some defensive adjustments. We'll try to sort through all of these as we keep an eye out. It does look like that Matthias Kroll has come into the game to catch because they ended up pinch hitting for Fred Bond. And then you also saw Alexio Delgado come in as a runner. And it looks like Sato's over at first base. Yamato Sato has come in to play first. And Kroll is behind the plate for the Hastings Sodbusters.
I think that's just about it. Kilbrand's still in center. Jarvis still on left. So Delgado just a pinch runner and will not see any more playing time the rest of the game. But for Fred, just probably wasn't expecting to come out for another inning. That can mess with your mind sometimes. Just lock in, get some more over the plate. Sodbusters advantage with the momentum right now, even though they didn't win it here.
4-4, and they didn't win it. And if they don't win it now, you're going to look back at that amazing play by the catcher with 1 out, Elliot Peterson, taking a ball away from the Sodbusters and stealing a second out on a foul that looked like it was going to reach the screen but didn't, and he didn't give up on it, and that was a key play with the bases loaded and only 1 out. So we'll give it over to Ryan Valenta.
We'll have per the extra inning rules, a runner at second base for the prospects. It's going to be the last out of last inning, Ashton Graffrow. And the batter is Elliot Peterson. He's even in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. So we just told you about the defensive replacements. Sodbusters will have a chance, no matter what, in the bottom of the 8th inning. That one into the turf, bounces over the glove of Matthias Kroll, fresh into the game behind the plate. A wild pitch puts the go-ahead run at third base. So Graffrow gets there easily. Don't even have to bunt him over or record an out. So with the runner at third, the infield will now creep in for Elliot Peterson. As he hits it in the air, and this will be plenty deep enough to score the run. Crane makes the catch. He'll try and throw home, but it will not be in time. And the prospects have the lead back. It's 5-4.
Really good job for Peterson just to take a pitch that he could drive, Sacrifice fly and the wild pitch looms large, and the prospects do have the lead back.
But keep in mind, the Sodbusters will have the same opportunity. They will get their last out of the 7th inning on second base. So the prospects have to do the same thing. Meanwhile, the 2-1 pitch is up high for ball 3 to, this new batter now didn't have the scoreboard reset, going on autopilot here, and didn't expect to be going this late, but here we are. It's 1-0 pitch, now 1 ball and 1 strike to Corey Kozad. Prospects just with 5 hits, Kozad with 1 of them. He singled and scored, got the 6-inning insurance run lead started with a single. It's outside for ball 2. Just credit the Sodbusters for finding a way against Colton Homolka in the 7th inning to somehow tie this game at 3. Off the end of the bat, hit into center. It'll be 2 guys running into each other. Kyle Hiltbrand made the play with Jackson Crane and him knocking knees together, it looks like, but Hiltbrand makes the play, and it appears both guys are all right.
Center fielder's got to make the call, and I'm not sure if he did or not, but one way or the other, good to see that second out in the inning.
Yeah, just with bases empty, start over. Hard to allow another run and just get the rest of the outs, give your offense a chance. Bodie Waller takes a big swing and a miss. He singled his last at-bat in the 6th, came home to score the 4th prospect run. He is 1 for 3 today. Ball 2 is up high. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Strap in, folks. Going to be a long night here at Duncan Field. Game number 2 will not start 30 minutes after until the end of this one, so we're probably looking closer to a 9 p.m. start time for 7 more innings of baseball on this Saturday night. Fred got the call just a second ago on the lower inside part of the plate. Trying to finish him off. He does with the breaking ball, strikeouts. And Fred does allow the unearned run to come home, but the Sodbusters have a chance in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing 5-4.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Free baseball continues at Duncan Field, where the Sodbusters have a chance here to tie it or win it in this 8th inning. They will do against Colton Homolka, the 7th inning guy for the Prospects, who gave up the lead and blew the save opportunity, allowing 3 runs to come across. So the Sodbusters will have another chance for him, and they will get their free runner on second base. And it's the fastest guy on the team, Drew Vega, will be at second base as the free base runner, part of the extra innings rule. And he'll get his helmets. Everybody's ready, just waiting on Drew to head out to second base. Josh Printer, Ryan Jarvis, Dino Morales, the scheduled hitters up for the Sodbusters. So just with the situation here, time where you don't have to do too much. Showing bunt for Printer, takes high, ball 1. Printer has hit the ball hard twice today. He was robbed in his first at-bat and got the 7th inning rally going with a leadoff double last inning. Can he come through again to get the bunt down? It's low. Excellent block by Elliott Peterson to keep it in front and keep Vega at second base. So Printer on the day, 1 for 4. He was just 2 for 17 in the homestand. But he is now hit in 2 straight. Had a big hit last night. Had another big hit tonight. 2 balls and no strikes. Printer swinging away and grounds it through the left side. Vega will hit the bag, and it's bobbled. Vega's going to come home to tie the game. Printer at second. Oh my goodness, the Prospects gift the Sodbusters the tying run.
And even more importantly, allowing Printer to come to second. So it's a single, no RBI on the play. Advancing to second is Printer, and now the Sodbusters, basically now you're in the situation where you just were. Are you trying to bunt? All you got to do is get a runner home from second with nobody out in a 5-5 game.
What a ball game. This week has been nothing short of crazy games and crazy finishes. No exception today. So the Prospects will get their game plan, and they're going to intentionally walk Ryan Jarvis to set up the double play. But, I mean, Dino Morales, no easier of a batter to retire than Ryan Jarvis. But then again, you do have a chance to turn it here. The infield coming in expecting another bunt.
I don't see Dino bunting, but that's just me.
Outfield is also in as well, trying to throw out the game-winning run. He is bunting and tried to bunt and run and fouls it off.
The way he swings, I know Printer, they put the bunt on to begin with, but he pulled the bat back and punched it through the infield. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to do something just like that right here with Dino Morales.
Dino trying to be the hero today and complete this improbable comeback. And his hero moment looks like it'll be just to move the runners and not to get that walk-off hits. But that is subject to change. Runners at first and second. Printer singles and advances to second on the error, scoring Drew Vega. Morales misses again. They've got the runner hung up, and Printer is going to be tagged out. That is the second time in as many days we've seen a Sodbuster slip on the turf. Printer lost his footing and is erased on the base pass for the first out of the inning.
Man, oh man, missed opportunities. Still can win this thing, but now it's a lot harder with a runner at first and 1 man out, and now you're not bunting.
Jarvis will remain at first. Morales with a 1-2 pitch, and Sodbusters cannot get a bunt down to save their lives right now. I hate to be so mean to the guys, but it's just a fact of the matter. Morales fouls it back out of play and stays alive with the 2 strike counts.
And if you're Printer, you've got to make sure the bunt's down. You cannot lose the runner at second base, the winning run with nobody out. Oh, man, oh, man.
Trust your guy to get it down. If it's right back at the pitcher and they throw you out at third, you still have first and second at least with 1 out. Morales fouls it past Joel Skipper at third base to stay alive.
And another star on the chart of Elliott Peterson. How about the plays he's made the last 2 innings, gunning down a runner at second after he had that amazing foul-out catch right in front of the screen with the bases loaded and 1 out last inning.
So if the Sodbusters cannot score another run, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked to be inside. And Morales will walk back to the dugouts. It was a strike according to our flight scope, but Morales could not pull the trigger.
Sodbusters have lost 3 guys on the bases today at least, and they've out-hit this Prospects team 8-5, and unless they can come through with 2 outs, we're going to play another inning.
Pickoff throw to first. Back in safely is Ryan Jarvis. Oh, Tyler Welsh is the next batter. Welsh has reached base 3 times. They pick off again and back in safely. Welsh singled home the first run of the game in the 3rd inning. He has also walked twice and flew out to right field in his last at-bat. 3 straight pickoffs. Jarvis still back in. So Welsh trying to keep this inning alive and at least get another batter up and put the pressure on the prospects. Pitch to him, not close for ball one. Sodbusters looking to steal this one somehow. Then again, if they can't get a run home, we're going to play another. Right back over our heads. Oh, it's actually into the stands. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You literally have to keep your heads up. There's a screen above home plate, but then it slides off the screen, so if you're not looking up, it gets you right on the noggin.
There was 1 ball last night. I don't know how it happened, but it literally hit the window of the Fremont booth. And Rich Ray had the window closed, but if it was open, he would have gotten himself a nice souvenir. Always got to be wary for stray balls at the ballpark. 1-1 into the turf. Excellent block by Peterson. Ryan Jarvis still has not showed any signs of stealing, even though Colton Homolka has checked on him 4 times this at-bat. Tyler Welsh will see pitch number 4 ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one gets away, and catcher can't find it. Jarvis will hold it second, though.
Well, an opportunity now. Any old single to the grass, and the Sodbusters can likely win this one. And Welch has done a great job again of taking pitches, working the count, seeing what he can do. That has been vintage Tyler Welch here during the course of this season.
So if Tyler Welsh can reach, pinch hitter Yamato Sato waits on deck. Welsh is in the driver's seat, 3-1. Outside for ball 4. Very, very close, but Welsh with a better eye. He works his 3rd walk of the game, and now it's Yamato Sato for his first at-bat tonight.
Sato came in defensively after the Sodbusters made their move. You had Borgman pinch run for by Alexiel Delgado. Delgado was lifted for Sato, who ended up playing first in the top of this frame.
Sato with runners at first and second, 2 outs, 8th inning. Big swing and a miss. Homolka with strike 1. Homolka came on in the 7th to try and close it out. He has now pitched 46 pitches in an inning and 2/3. Homolka tries to check on Ryan Jarvis again, who again's not going anywhere. Sato down 0-1. Down low and blocked by Peterson. Eighth inning in this extra innings contest. Still have got another game to play. Going to be a late night here. Big swing and a miss. Sato late on the fastball. 1-2. Here comes pitch number 50 from the prospect reliever Colton Homolka. Strike 3 called at the knees. Sato down looking, and we'll play another. 1 run each for each team in the 8th inning, and we're going to go to the 9th in this doubleheader. We'll be right back with the game, tied at 5.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
We bring it back to you, and the Hastings Sodbusters are going to go to their semi-ace out of the pen. You got Braden Cork. You've got the guy who started today's contest, Jack Kruger. Those guys have both been outstanding. Cork, he is going to see if he can put a 0 on the board here in extras as he's 1-0 with the team best 3 saves, a .9 ERA, making his 9th appearance. He's allowed 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 15 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 10 walks. He ended up working here recently, worked against Fremont on Monday, and did a good job of coming in yesterday, working an inning, no runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts to keep the Sodbusters within 1. They couldn't rally to tie it, though. He actually had to work an extra out after he struck out a guy, and a ball that was in the dirt. Hastings catcher thought they got the tag out and didn't rule it that way, so he had to pitch to another batter. And Braden Cork has been Mr. Money, and he's going to try to put a 0 on the board and give the Sodbusters an opportunity to win this baby in the bottom of the ninth. Jacob Perrin will step to the plate, and he is 1 for 2. Single back in the 6th. He walked in the 5th, struck out in the 2nd. Each team with a run here in extras. Both teams getting their free runners home. As in Independence ball, much like the majors, you start with a runner at second base. And the Sodbusters had a wild pitch from Juden that allowed their runner to get to third, and they got a sac fly from Elliott Peterson. So Juden finishes up his day. 2 solid innings. That run doesn't go against him in terms of an earned run, as the Sodbuster pitchers have done all right today here. A 5-5 deadlock, and bunt shown taking ball 1 is Jacob Perrin. 1-0 the count. A great start from Jack Kruger. Goes the first 6, allows 4 runs. Probably deserved better than that. 3 of them were earned. He allowed 5 hits, struck out 7, and walked 2. And the pitch is bunted, foul. 1-1 the count. Sodbusters defensively, they've got, looks like, making adjustments. It is Yamato Sato at first base. Drew Vega at second. Josh Printer remains the shortstop. Dino Morales at third, so that was the only adjustment of the infield. Sato coming in last inning. And behind the plate, Matthias Kroll taking over for Fred Bond, who was pinch hit for in that 7th. Cale Jensen drew a hit batsman to get the game tied up. Outfield continues the same, and it's challenging out and left in particular right now, with Ryan Jarvis holding up his glove to go along with his sunglasses to shield his face. Here's a bunt. That is going to come back to Cork. He'll throw to third for the lead runner, and he is going to be safe. They say underneath the tag of Dino Morales. Dino points to his own leg, saying, I tagged him right there, and Joel Skipper is going to come out and have a word with the field umpire right here, wondering about that particular call.
I'm wondering, too. Looked like it got there in time. It was a bang-bang play. But unless Dino missed the tag or it got there a little late, Waller should have been out.
They are going to go to the home plate umpire, and these two guys are going to get together, Braxton Arndt and Daniel Roth. Huge call coming up here. If it stands, it's first and third, nobody out. If it's the other way, there's a runner at first and 1 man out, and safe. Ooh, Sodbuster fans are not happy, and Joel Skipper doesn't get upset much. He doesn't come out and argue many calls, and that one hurts a lot. So now Braden Cork going to have to work really, really hard to keep this prospects team off the board, and now the opportunity for extra runners here. It's not that 1 run that's going to get you. It's that runner at first, too. So we'll see how it all goes. And Cork, I think, made the right read on the play. The bunt was basically right back to him. He looked to third, thought he had time. Apparently made a pretty good throw, but hustling down, give Bodie Waller some credit as he busted it from second to third, made it close, and it was apparently close enough to be safe. So Cork will bring home the pitch, and this is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. As batting now will be Drew Borner. Borner had a big 2-run single back in the 6th. At that time, thought maybe that was ball game. 4-1, putting his team on top. The Sodbusters would rally for 3 runs in the 7th, and they had their opportunities to win it in both the 7th and 8th innings. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 7th, turned away. First and second, nobody out in the 8th inning with a run home, and could not score the winning run. 1-1 the count as Cork brings it in. On the inside corner for strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Drew Borner. Had a neat moment, did Braden Cork, against this prospects team earlier this year, setting him down 1-2-3 to pick up a save. Pitch taken inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the highlight of that one inning was the opportunity to strike out his college roommate, Trenton Berry from Wahoos, who is on this team. They both go to Northeast Community College, so that was fun. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball, but foul. A rocket down the left field line, and you saw the third base runner, Bodie Waller, duck out of the way of that one, and it's 2-2. Strikeout would loom large here, as there's no one out in extras. Top of the ninth. We're going to play another 7 innings after this one, so if you're in the Hastings area, come on out. We're going to be playing a while. 2-2 pitch. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Good at bat going here for Drew Borner, who's making Cork throw the extra pitches. Saw Braden come in yesterday, but pitch count not high enough to prohibit him from pitching today. He was under 20 pitches thrown, and you don't have to take a day off if you're under 30 pitches. 2-2 pitch, popped up. Foul territory. Matthias Kroll trying to give it a look, but it reaches the seats. Hoping that would have stayed in play like that ball off the bat of Jackson Crane in the 7th that Peterson dug right off the screen for a huge second out in that 7th. Hastings has shown some courage, battling back from 3 runs down, but they've had a chance to win it in both the 7th and 8th, and you hope those missed opportunities don't come back to haunt them. Still a tie ball game in the 9th, but the prospects threatening. Runner goes. 2-2 pitch taken high and tight. Kroll does not throw down. It was a tough one to handle right off the body of Drew Borner, and now any double play possibilities off, 2nd and 3rd, and it's 3-2 now to Borner. An epic battle going on here as Borner continues to foul pitches off. He's worked it full, and Cork brings home the pitch. Hard hit ball, left side, base hit. 1 run will score. A 2nd run scores. Borner's around first. He's headed to 2nd, and it's a 2-run lead now for the Nebraska Prospects, 7-5 in the 9th. So Waller and Perrin come in to score. Drew Borner is in scoring position, and now if you're the Prospects, bunt him into scoring position at 3rd and try to just tack on here. It's going to be tough now for Hastings as they trail by 2. Still nobody out, and Bryce Waller to the plate. Out of the stretch, Braden Cork. Pitch is in there for strike 1, no balls and a strike on Bryce Waller. A line out to left for Waller in the 3rd. He singled in the 5th. Was out to end the 6th inning for this prospect squad. 7-5. Not bunting. Swinging away is Waller. It's 2 strikes. As it's one thing about it, if you're not confident in your batter bunting, let him swing away. Right now they're allowing Waller to try to get swings here at Braden Cork. Cork trying to find a way to get the first out of this long 9th inning, and check swing at 1 in the turf. Didn't go around. 1-2 on Bryce Waller. Levi Martin and Gage Allen still to bat in this 9th inning for the Nebraska Prospects, looking to send Hastings to a 3rd straight defeat. For the Prospects, they haven't played in a while. They're a road-only team. First game in 8 days, and called strike 3, and Waller knew it. So there's 1 out. That'll bring to the plate Levi Martin. Grounded out, brought home a run in the 5th. He's also lined out and struck out. He is the beer batter. They've got him once already today, so official numbers, the Sodbusters are now 8-5 in beer batter games. The Sodbuster fans have been able to get alcohol there. This time they're not even going to get him out. There's a single, another run's going to score. Throw comes in, but not going to be in time, and clutch hit there as Levi Martin bounces it through the left side of the infield. 3 runs have scored. There's still only 1 out, and it is now 8-5. The Nebraska Prospects building a pretty large lead, and Hastings is going to have a big go of it in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, when we were 1-0 in the 4th, I'm thinking this is fun baseball. Let's keep it rolling. Got a second game of a doubleheader now. We've seen 13 runs, 16 hits, and 5 errors, and we're not done game 1, and this pitch buzzes the tower for ball 1 against Gage Allen. it has slowed a bit, shall we say. But there is another game, so if you're in the Hastings area, we're going to be playing till tomorrow, so you've got time. And then the two teams will play again tomorrow at 6:35. Pitch fouled away. Off the bat of Gage Allen. Allen 0 for 2 on the day. A walk and a strikeout. I mean, Sodbuster pitchers, you look at it, 11 Ks, 2 walks. I think you have a pretty decent chance to pick up a win today. And just going to be really tough as this game wears on. Missed opportunities on the offensive side during the earlier part of the game, and chances in the 7th, chances in the 8th to win it. And those chances now look larger and larger as the Prospects have a crooked number on the board of the 9th. Pitch swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Braden Cork, or I should say strikeouts around the single of Levi Martin, and it's back to the top of the order for Ashton Graff Rowe. 8-5, the Prospects have taken the lead here in inning number 9. Single run in the 8th, 3 here in the 9th. Playing the extra innings. Pitch swung on and missed. And strike one. Ashton Graff Rowe was the free runner to begin the 8th inning, and he came in to score on the sacrifice fly from Elliot Peterson, who waits on deck. And Peterson has been a Sodbuster killer today with a couple of good defensive plays in the 7th and 8th. Hard hit ball to right field, and on his run, making the play is Jackson Crane. But the damage is done. 3 runs come across on 2 hits and a man left, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Sodbusters need 3 to tie. It's 8-5. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner, a friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good, it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Head to the bottom of the 9th, Sodbusters need 3 to tie now as the Nebraska Prospects getting their free runner home plus 2 more. The big 2-run double from Drew Borner, and a huge call that went against the Sodbusters when Hastings tried to get the lead runner. That allowed 2 to be on, and the next guy hit the double, and they would add a 3rd. And now the Sodbusters are going to have free runner at second base, and coming to the plate will be Kyle Hiltbrandt for Hastings. Hastings Sodbusters on the short end of an 8-5 score as missed opportunities in the 7th and 8th looming larger and larger in this one. As Hiltbrandt, first pitch swinging, that's a single. Yamato Sato will come over and be at third. He's your free runner. He's a guy that means nothing, so you don't want to get him taken off the bases. He just goes station to station there, and, well, there's a good start. Bring the tying run to the plate with runners at the corners, nobody out. And it'll be the first at bat of the game for Matthias Kroll. So Kroll, he came in defensively after Cale Jensen earned a bases-loaded hit batsman to get the game tied back in the 7th. Kroll, first pitch swinging here against Homolka that's high in the air to right field. It's going to be caught there. Sato will not test the arm of Waller, and there's runners at the corners with 1 man out on a pretty well-struck ball from Matthias Kroll, but it does not result in advancement at all. And here's going to be Jackson Crane coming to the plate. Crane had one of the key at-bats in the 7th inning. Bases loaded, 1 man out. He swung at the first pitch, popped it up, and apparently was going to get out of play, but catcher Elliot Peterson got it right in front of the screen to rob the Sodbusters there, and then they would not score the go-ahead run after they had plated 3 to tie it in the bottom of the 7th. Now they need 3 to tie it here in the bottom of the 9th. Crane taking ball 1. Jackson Crane, 1-0. And bouncing ball back up the middle, that could be 2. Dish to second for 1, over to first. Wild throw, and the game will continue. As the Hastings Sodbusters do get a run home, and they keep the game going 8-6. So Ashton Graff-Rowe has been rock solid today. He threw that one away, but they do get one out there, so there are 2 outs in the inning. Yamato Sato scores. Crane reaches on the fielder's choice. Sodbusters down 8-6, and Drew Vega trying to keep the game going. Tying run at the plate again. First pitch right there to Drew Vega, as Colt Namoka still in line to earn an unlikely win. 2 2/3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Has not been in command in any of these innings, but is now just a strike away from winning the game as Drew Vega's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 8-6. Sodbusters are going to be lamenting this one, but they can't do that because they've got another one to play here about 30 minutes after we conclude this one. 0-2 delivery. A little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sodbusters' official line score: 6 runs, 9 hits. Nebraska 8 runs, 7 hits. The 2 teams have combined for 5 errors. Beauty. And Vega knew it. And that is the ball game. The Nebraska prospects hold off the Sodbusters. Hastings rallies in the 7th, but Nebraska wins it in extras. A 9-inning victory in what was scheduled as 7-inning game. 8-6 the final. We'll wrap up our first broadcast. Coming up next, this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. Wrapping up our first broadcast, the Hastings Sodbusters fall short. An extra inning affair scheduled for 7. We go 9, and the Nebraska prospects win this one 8-7. So it was going so well earlier in the week for the Hastings Sodbusters. Ryan Valenta, now all of a sudden you've lost 3. Can you put this one behind you? Because you got another game coming up here in about 20 minutes.
And like you said, a lot of games this week, and we have seen nothing short of thrillers through every game so far. The Sodbusters somehow getting the game tied in the 7th. Had a chance to win it in the 8th and really had more chances through, and I really think that was the thing that killed the Sodbusters. And what is this week, too, in these 3 losses now? Having chances, but not able to capitalize on it. Had some good bright spots out of the game, though. You out-hit the prospects 9-7 in the games. You had 3 guys with multi-hit games. Your starter, Jack Kruger, did a very excellent job in his outing. And the bullpen, too. Fred Juden, 2 scoreless innings. Braden Cork got the loss and allowed some runs, but, there's a call or 2 we could look back on and say, what if, but what's done is done. Just regroup and try and get this skid going, because it's not fun to lose 3 games, and even more not fun to lose 4 games.
Well, see how it goes. As the final line score in this one, Nebraska wins at 8 runs, 7 hits. They commit 3 errors. Hastings 6 runs, 9 hits. They commit 2. And Jack Kruger goes 6 solid innings, does not finish in a decision. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks for him. Fred Juden, 2 shutout innings. He did allow the free runner to come across, but that doesn't count against him in terms of earned runs. Struck out 3, didn't walk anybody, and good to see him come back because he's had that injury issue. And then Braden Cork, he gave up the 2 official runs plus the free runner, gave up the 2 hits, struck out 2, but had that big call go against him as he tried to get the lead runner to start the 9th. The call did not go for the Sodbusters, and hey, give the prospects credit because they were able to take advantage and get the win. As far as hitting, Drew Vega continues his hit streak, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored. Josh Printer a 2-hit game, so he kind of breaks out a little bit, had a run scored. Ryan Jarvis 2 for 3 with 1 run scored. Those are your multi-hit guys. As you had Dino Morales come through with a run scored. Tyler Welsh, another rock-solid game for him, 1 for 2, an RBI, walked 3 times, just kept putting pressure on. Jack Borgman had an infield single and a run batted in. That was in that 3-run 7th inning. Yamato Sato scored a run for the Sodbusters. Kyle Hiltbrand had an RBI single as he was able to go 1 for 3 on the day. And Cale Jensen came on, got a bases-loaded hit batsman to drive home a run. Jackson Crane with an RBI in an 0 for 4 performance today. That's the highlights for the Hastings Sodbusters. As far as the Nebraska prospects, Drew Borner, he had that big 2-run double and knocked in 4 in the contest. He also scored twice. He was the lone multi-hit game guy. Their starter, Keenan Lentel, did not figure in the decision, went the first 4. Yeah, really thought you had a good chance to get to Charlie Mossers. He ended up walking 4 in 2 innings, but Sodbusters couldn't get any runs across. And then Colton Homolka ends up picking up the win despite giving up 3 runs in 3 innings of work, walking 4 and striking out 3. Had him on the ropes in the 7th and 8th, but could not get it done, and he picks up the victory in the 9th. Well, that'll do it for our first broadcast of the day. We are going to be taking a little break. We'll have a separate stream and have the second game of the doubleheader from Duncan Field very shortly. For Ryan Valenta, once again, the final score, it was the Nebraska Prospects defeating the Hastings Sodbusters 8-6. I'm Steve Stein. Good night, everyone.
Catch the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Get the ultimate fan experience at a Hastings Sodbuster game this summer. Enjoy high-level collegiate summer wood bat baseball at the beautiful and historic Duncan Field in Hastings. Baseball and a whole lot more. Affordable family fun. That's what the Sodbusters and the Independence League are all about. Sodbuster Baseball. It's your team.
Catch